Spotlight on Money, sponsored by LendSeek.
We will spend lots of money this Valentine's Day.
The average spend is supposed to be around $200 this year. It was only about $189 last year, so that's pretty significant.
Bob Phibbs is the CEO of the Retail Doctor. The National Retail Federation predicts we'll spend $29 billion on candy, flour, gifts, and dinner with that special someone.
The chance to get together is still prized.
I'm Rob Hart.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-939-1441. 800-939-1441.
Brian Shackman here for Serta Pro Painters. Listen, if you want someone to do some painting, whether it's inside or outside your home, and you want it done right, Serta Pro Painters are the place to go. They give you a free estimate, reliable communication. I mean, they did our kitchen, and man, they gave us that estimate. They executed the work. They had follow-up. It was fantastic. Each Serta Pro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule that free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Serta with a C. When choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose Serta Pro Painters.
I'm John Morgan. There are many reasons to hire Morgan & Morgan for your injury case. Reason number 3. First, all lawyers are not the same. If my family had an injury case and I couldn't hire us, there are only about 3 to 4% of the lawyers out there that I would hire. And here's why. Most of them rarely, if ever, go to trial. They just take the last best offer. Hell, you can do that yourself. Do this. If you're looking for a lawyer, Google Morgan & Morgan results and see what comes up. It may shock you. Then Google the firm you're thinking of hiring and do the same. That may shock you as well. We became the largest injury firm in the world for a reason. We won a lot. $30 billion and counting. Morgan & Morgan, or thepeople.com. Who would I hire? I'd hire us.
Injured? Dial pound law.
Nicholas Russo, 157 Church Street, New Haven, 06510.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. After my husband died, the last thing I wanted to think about was money. Ethos made it affordable to get life insurance. Signing up was fast and 100% online. I knew that I could pay our mortgage and have food in the fridge. I could focus on my kids. No one ever tells you how much you're going to depend on that policy. I am so grateful we had coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/life. That's ethos.com/life. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-939-1441. 800-939-1441.
Hey, shh. Calm down. The show is about to start. Reese on the radio. Turn it up. Turn it up loud. Turn it up loud.
It's like a dream come true.
Turn on your radio. Reese is on the radio.
Yo, let's get it.
Due to the nature of this program, discretion does not exist. It's Reese on the radio. Right now on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Yeah! Come on, all you romance novelists. You know what time it is. It's Friday, baby. It's a day before the big holiday. It's Reese on the radio on WTIC News Talk 1080. She loves me. She loves me not. Oh, it's Valentine's Day this weekend. Which one of you scallywags are doing something over the top and expensive for your loved one? I, on the other hand, am doing nothing of the sort, even though I purchased my lovely wife a gift, and it's sitting somewhere where she can't find it. It's in the car. Sitting someplace where she can't find it in the car. She actually caught me purchasing. This is the thing I can't do because she is always right at my hip. Not in a bad way. You know how some women are the old ball and chain. Not my wife. She is not the ball and chain.
Tomorrow will come and girl, I can't wait. It's our anniversary.
That's right. It's our anniversary. But like I said, she is not a ball and chain. She is just in my pocket all day, every day. And of course, she is here this Friday. Let's get to it. Oh, no. Wait a minute. Can't do that. My bad. I screwed up. All of that audio that I put on there just completely blew up in my face. I got to fix that. Roseanne is here, and we're going to talk to her in a minute. I cannot believe I just blew that up. I was supposed to fix that audio. But when we were out shopping for groceries just a little while ago, I was running late, and now I'm behind the 8 ball. But anyway, it doesn't matter. Roseanne is here. We'll talk to her in a second. How you doing, sweetheart? Are you okay?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Okay. Well, happy anniversary and happy Valentine's Day. That'll be tomorrow. We'll do the whole thing up. We'll do the whole thing up. We'll break down what we're going to do, if anything. She doesn't want me to get her flowers this year.
Nope.
She said, don't bother to do the flower thing. So I won't. I won't bother to do the flower thing. I'm not exactly sure why she doesn't want me to do the flower thing, but she said don't. And something along the lines of pesticides and all this other crazy stuff.
Worse than pesticides.
Worse than pesticides? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what the problem is?
It is.
You do not want to deal with the pesticides? Okay.
You know they got the old school concert up at Mohegan tomorrow.
Oh, is there an old school concert? Like what kind of old school are we talking?
Commodores, spinners.
Okay, she doesn't. You don't know any of these
I like
groups.
the Commodores. Are you kidding me?
Name one Commodore song.
Lionel Richie, right?
Yes, he was the former lead singer of the Commodores.
Listen,
she knew that.
I love disco. I know it's crazy, but I love disco.
Commodore's not disco.
But
it's R&B.
But they have a disco vibe.
Yeah, okay, fine. Rhythm and blues has a disco vibe, but it's not disco. That's okay.
I'm over here expressing
Who else is going to be there? Commodores and whom else?
The Spinners.
The Spinners. Now, that's my genre. She wouldn't know that.
No.
I grew up with the Spinners. If I'm right, Spinners is And the Beat Goes On. Or is that the Whispers? One of the two.
I don't know.
The Whispers or the Spinners had the song, And the Beat Goes On. Just like my love, everlasting. It's one of those. I know all of that. I grew up with that stuff. Anyway, so that's actually an interesting thing. We could probably buy tickets and show up there. Do you want to go to Mohegan this weekend?
Are there going to be a lot of people there?
Yes, honey. That's how concerts work. That's how they work.
Well, if you're going there on a weekend period, there's going to be a lot of people.
Going to be a lot of people there.
Because there's always something.
Like what you're asking for is like a private concert. It's just
right. We're not there yet. We're not.
No, we're not there yet.
That financial demographic.
No, we're not there yet. We can actually hire someone to do a private.
I should have married for money at least once.
Oh my goodness!
What? Just once? I've done it thrice. At least once.
No, she never married for money ever.
Ever.
She should have.
See, you were supposed to know that you were going to marry Reese.
Well,
right?
Yeah.
And then your first husband was supposed to be for love.
Right.
Which is stupid. Yeah, I did that.
And then how many marriages?
Three.
Your second husband was supposed to be the rich guy that you take all his money.
That's right.
Did it wrong.
And then you're supposed to bless Reese with the bread.
Exactly. Soulmate.
I married a dude from the south side of Chicago the second time around.
Yeah.
Oh.
We got 3 degrees, so you know.
That's right. He's got 3 degrees.
but no money.
God bless him. He's got 3 degrees.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I did it wrong.
We got plenty of stuff to get into today. Roseanne is here if you want to call up and you want to tell us what you're doing for Valentine's Day for your hubby or for your wife or your significant other, whatever the case may be. 860-522-WTIC, 860-522-9842. Roseanne, now that you're here, I got to ask you a question.
Okay.
And the question is, it's incredibly important, okay? Because our anniversary is coming up, our 3rd wedding anniversary. Do not sugarcoat it. Be as honest as you possibly can with this question, okay? Seriously, okay? Have I shown in any way as a husband that I can be more responsible with my own life now that you are in it? What I mean by that is, how have I behaved?
You have become a giant man-child. Let me tell you what happened this morning. My husband is on his way to the shower.
Okay.
Just got home from the gym.
Yep.
And this man says to me, honey, do I have any clean underwear?
Yes.
How old are you?
How
old are you?
I'm 56.
Mm-hmm.
I went into the closet where my stuff is sitting until the dressers are filled.
Is this my towel?
Yes. I asked those things, not because I'm lazy. It's because you tell me you changed things.
What about the time you drank the 5-hour energy?
Okay. All right.
This
is before you.
I get it, but you told me this story, and this is why you are no longer allowed to put things in your mouth without my consent.
Okay, so that's what sparked all of
what
this.
What happened was
we stopped to go shopping to grab some essential. We got sugar, coffee, things like that, some eggs and creamer. And I wanted to get that before so we didn't have to do it tonight after the show. And so we're standing in line. And, of course, they have the impulse buy roll-in that's right there at the counter. It's got magazines, gum, stuff like that. And I looked up and I noticed there was something there that I hadn't seen in the store for a long time. And it's the little bottle of 5-hour energy. Now, have you ever taken one of those, Roland? You've never had any need for it. Now, I believe or consider myself a very energetic individual. I have a lot of energy. People say it even around here at the office. It's like, man, you're always upbeat, always full of energy. Well, one day it was really, really dragging on me because it was going to be a long day. And I was at the Wawa, the local Wawa in my neighborhood, and I looked and I saw the 5-hour energy, and I got this brilliant idea. Take 2 of them at the same time.
Go ahead and tell them why. Tell them why.
Because I thought that if I took 2 of them
at the same time,
that I would get 10-hour energy.
When mathematics goes wrong. Good God.
Math is racist, apparently.
I thought that it would give me double the energy. In essence, I didn't know it would give me 5 hours of insane energy.
It gave you 5 hours of almost a heart attack.
Yes, it did. It almost did.
Why?
I don't know. I didn't think to take it one after the other. I just figure, hey, 5-hour energy, take 2, 10-hour energy.
Hey, you're only supposed to take one of them a day per 24 hours.
And this is why you're not allowed to put stuff in your mouth without my permission.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Now, I was telling her that story today. We were at the counter, and I said, hey, you remember, did I ever tell you this story? She goes, yes. You told me that when we first got together. And she goes, this is the reason why you're not allowed to put anything in your mouth without my permission. So
that, and then you combine it with the fact that the doctor said you were pre-diabetic.
Oh, that didn't help.
No, you are not allowed to, no. You can't.
So you're saying that in the 3 years we've been together, I've become less responsible for my own health.
I think you have become less, not responsible. You've given up.
No.
You have relinquished that to me. Literally, am I allowed to eat this? Can I have this? Is this okay? Yes, you have.
I could just eat whatever I want. Instead, I include you.
Oh, you include me?
Yes.
Oh.
Okay, fine.
Well, thank you.
Let's be honest. I asked for your permission.
And the reason you asked for my permission is because?
Because I'm afraid of eating anything, because I think it's going to upset you, and I hate upsetting you. Mm-hmm. Like, if you catch me eating something, you'll go, are you eating this? And then you grab it and you look at the ingredients, which is almost, to me, that's tantamount to punishment coming, because I didn't bother to read the ingredients, and I know you're going to find something that's bad for me.
Well, you don't even know what the ingredients are, 1. Number 2, you don't know what to be on the lookout for. And 3, you don't really care.
There you go. You know what?
Would eat.
I'm applauding myself, because you're 100% right. don't. That's right. I don't know what it is. I wouldn't know if I saw it, and I don't care.
Right. You would eat a fried turd smeared in dirt.
That's not. Is that to be on the floor?
Sure.
No, then I wouldn't eat it because it's on the floor.
Oh.
You know how picky I am about germs and stuff. Now, put it on China. That's it. I'm there. I'm just saying that I am not as cautious as you are about everything that we eat, right? And so because of that, I kind of feel like together, you and I are together, living our lives together. So I am very considerate of you when it comes to our diet, even my own.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm very considerate. Why? I go out and I work out every day. Why? Because...
Well, 3 days in a row isn't every day.
It's been 4 days.
4. I'm so sorry.
Wednesday I couldn't go because I had to go to that early thing. But I'm doing it every day, and I do it for at least an hour. And I'm really, really doing it. I'm telling you, I'm making a lot of... I feel it. Yeah. But I'm doing it because it's important to you. I'm trying to eat right. I don't do a lot of, junk food is like I used to. I did eat a cookie in the kitchen earlier, but I just had one cookie. Just one. Two cookies. I had 2 cookies. 2.5 cookies.
If I keep looking at you, the real number's going to pop out.
I had 2.5 cookies.
What else did you eat?
That's it. I promise. 2.5 cookies.
Look at me at my optic stems.
2.5 cookies.
And?
That's it. That's all I had. And then I got water. That's it. That's all I'm going to have.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm saying is that I'm very considerate of you because you want me to be healthier. And so
why do you say it like healthier? Like it's some
because
sort of
for guys we hate it.
Like,
for us it's a drag.
It's like
but
she wants me to wear these skinny jeans. Like that's how you sounded.
It's a drag. I'm telling you like this. For guys, it's a drag. But at the same time, we don't want to disappoint you. I don't want to disappoint you. Even though I can hate it all day. But if I have to ask myself, like I've got to gauge it, like what would I rather have? Me hating the food that I have to eat or you hating that I won't eat the food that I don't want to eat? And I would rather eat the food that I hate.
And here's what I think you're overlooking, right? There are times where you are very much, this is it. This is all
square.
You see is, right? Well, not just square. You are 2-dimensional. This is it.
Yeah.
I'm looking through the fourth wall.
Interesting.
Sorry, that's your whole camera.
Yeah.
I'm looking through the fourth wall, right? I'm thinking about 20 years from now.
That would put me at, yeah, okay.
I would like you to have both of your feet.
Right. That's important.
Right. I'd like you to be able to wipe your own tushy.
Also important.
And not wear a diaper.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is important.
I would like for you to be able to ambulate of your own accord.
Okay.
That means walk by yourself.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Those are things that are important to me.
Okay.
Because when we're in Italy,
yes.
I don't want to have to bring a healthcare worker with us to ensure your oxygen tank is changed and your diapers are changed with regularity as I push your wheelchair across the cobblestones looking at, all the beautiful Italian stuff. I want us to be able to eat Italian bread and pasta together. I don't want it to have to be put into a blender and liquefied for you to slurp through a straw. I want you to be healthy for a very long time.
Ooh, this cannoli smoothie is fantastic.
This is so wonderful. Thank you for the smoothie.
Karen says, she just asked you, how old are you? But yet she tells you what to eat. Well, that's my whole point. That there's a degree of she wants me to be an adult, but only incrementally.
Only when I need you to be an adult.
Yes.
No, but let's be honest. It balances out because there are areas where you are 100% the grown-up and I am just walking around like a brain-dead little ding-dong.
Yes, absolutely.
Anytime we are not inside the house.
Right. Well, no, like I said, I appreciate it. I just wanted to know that question. It's our 3rd anniversary. I want to know where I'm getting better. And you tell me all the time where I'm getting better, but I know there's some places where I'm getting...
Can I be honest with you, though?
Please.
Where it sounds like it's a negative,
mm-hmm.
I kind of like it. I like the fact that you depend on me for something, so I feel like I am an important part of this relationship. I have my own heavy lifting to do, so I kind of feel like I'm equally contributing,
mm-hmm.
and it makes me feel important and necessary in your life because I get to... take such an important role
mm-hmm.
in this aspect.
I always look at those videos that you always send me, and it always appears like the wife is almost nagging the guy about what he can and cannot eat. And
I don't
they're usually
nag,
funny.
I just do. I just
yeah,
tell you.
Yeah, but I really do. I find the nuance in it is because I remember very early in our relationship used to say that, you know, I rag on you or I give you hell because I love you. Mm-hmm. You know, and it's like if I didn't care, I wouldn't
be
care.
nice to you.
Yeah, I'd be nice to
Yeah.
you. Wow, it's such a great way to put it.
Yeah.
But no, I give it to you. I feel better. I'm always energetic. When I'm around you, you make me want to be a healthier person because I know all the plans that you have for us. And I'm not going to lie. We've been together for almost 5 years. 6 months in, you were the person who predicted that I would be here. Mm-hmm. And I have a lot of faith in you. I have a lot of faith in your sort of your insight and your intuition. So you haven't been wrong. You haven't steered me in the wrong place. And I may be reluctant. Even when you told me, you're going back on radio, I said, but you were right.
Well, there's two. We'll talk about those after they've come to pass, but there's two right now that are still kind of floating that I'm telling you, once they've come to pass, we can talk about them on air, but
yeah. But I don't.
You know I'm right. You do. You know I'm right.
I try not to argue with you because, again, you haven't let me down once. So I'm just saying happy anniversary. I appreciate you.
I love you.
Okay, I love you too. We'll take a break. We'll come back. More news, more views. And if you want to tell us what you're doing on Valentine's Day, we'll appreciate it. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming up in the next couple of hours, so stick around. It's Reese on the Radio.
Attention. Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers, so don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-894-7722. That's 800-894-7722. Again, 800-894-7722.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9824. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call
800-575-9824. That's 800-575-9824.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
And now, a WTIC news update.
2:30, Hartford temperature 36 degrees. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News. We're closing things out this Friday on a sunny note. Temps in the low and mid-30s. Bob Cox will be in with the forecast details coming up after the news. Darien teacher accused of inappropriately touching a student never showed up for his arraignment today. Hearst Media is reporting there is now a rearrest warrant out for Sean Boardman. Bond set at $100,000. He's accused of touching a female student last November during a tutoring session after the girl told Boardman she had injured her hip. Fire at a home this morning in Bloomfield. Officials say it broke out around 2 on East Harold Street. The firefighters met with smoke and flames when they arrived. No injuries were reported. Those inside were able to get out. There's no word yet on a cause. 3 juveniles are under arrest in connection with the fatal shooting in Hamden last month. Police say Kayvon Washington had gone to Mix Avenue January 17th to sell a car when he was shot. The 3 suspects are facing murder and other charges. Another government shutdown for parts of the federal government expected this weekend. Funding for the Department of Homeland Security expected to expire Saturday as lawmakers debate new restrictions on President Trump's immigration enforcement agenda. FBI says the suspect in the Nancy Guthrie disappearance case stands about 5'9" to 5'10", with an average build. He was spotted in surveillance video wearing a black 25-liter Ozark Trail hiker pack, and that search is now approaching 13 days. In Boston, watch party about to get underway as Simsbury native Max Naumoff makes his big skate at the Olympics. He is skating in memory of his parents, two figure skaters who were killed in the Washington, D.C. plane crash over the Potomac last January. WTIC News Time 2:32. Bob Cox is the forecast.
It's a pretty nice afternoon out there for mid-February. Lots of sun, not much wind, mostly 10 miles an hour or less out of the northwest this afternoon, and temperatures into the low to mid-30s. Maybe a few upper 20s hanging on in the higher elevations of northwestern Connecticut. Clouds increase a bit tonight. We've got a shortwave disturbance moving through the area, but won't do a whole lot. Maybe you'll run into a flurry or snow shower late tonight. Lows in the teens to low 20s. Saturday, skies become mostly sunny. There might be a few early clouds around or even a scattered flurry, but it's a mostly sunny Saturday with highs in the upper 30s to low 40s. A little bit more of a northwest breeze tomorrow at about 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting to 20. Saturday night is mostly clear, lows in the teens to low 20s. And sunshine Sunday with highs in the mid to upper 30s. Monday looks partly cloudy for President's Day with a high around 40 degrees. I'm meteorologist Bob Cox in the WTIC Weather Center.
Checking traffic, we still have that closure down on 95. It's in Westbrook. Southbound side between exits 65 and 64. Looks like a two-vehicle crash. Again, has the highway shut there. For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
Wisdom teeth giving you trouble? Columbia Dental's expert oral surgeons specialize in comfortable and efficient wisdom tooth removal. Open 7 days a week. Call 860-645-0111 or visit columbiadental.com.
Are you a commercial building owner in southern New England? Are you frustrated with your roof services? Contact Eagle Rivet Roof Service today. Our skilled technicians provide tailored roof repair and maintenance programs to maximize your building's lifespan. With 24/7 emergency response and comprehensive service options, we are Greater New England's trusted commercial roofing provider. Visit EagleRivet.com for a complimentary inspection or call 860-953-1231. Protect your investment with Eagle Rivet. Got a tree causing big trouble in a tiny space? Don't risk it. Call the experts who specialize in the impossible jobs. At Tree Wise Guys of Connecticut, we handle the heavy lifting so you don't have to. From precision limb cutting and stump grinding to full land cleaning and emergency storm damage cleanup. No job is too big and no space is too tight. When it matters most, trust the guys who know trees. Trust Tree Wise Guys of Connecticut. Visit TreeWiseGuysCT.com today to get a free quote on your next project. That's TreeWiseGuysCT.com.
Security is huge for us.
That's Pete Sweeney, Director of Operations at United Tool and Die Company in West Hartford.
We have requirements that we need to meet, and TAB provides us with the tools necessary to make sure that we're compliant.
Pete's confident in his security because he has an ASP, Actual Service Provider, TAB Computer Systems. As an ASP, TAB provides Pete with a higher level of service at a lower cost. Call TAB at 1-888-TAB-4-HELP or visit tabinc.com. Technologies advancing business. TAB Computer Systems.
Hi, this is Eric Hogarth, Certified Financial Planner from Money Wisdom. Get the answers to your retirement questions at our free educational dinner workshop. Reserve your seat today to learn about different strategies to maximize your retirement income, ways to reduce your lifetime tax obligation, and much more. Call 1-800-208-SAFE. That's 800-208-7233.
Johnson Brunetti is a marketing name for the businesses of JB Capital and JN Financial. Investment advisory services offered through JB Capital, LLC. Insurance products offered through JN Financial, LLC.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Tax
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
This year, flavor doesn't walk. It runs wild. At P.F. Chang's, we're charging into the year of the horse with bold new wok-fired dishes like pork belly bao buns and refreshing cocktails like the Midnight Gallop. P.F. Chang's beloved red envelope tradition returns, adding a surprise element to every visit during the Lunar New Year. Each guest receives a red envelope revealing a special offer redeemable on a future visit. Celebrate the Lunar New Year with flavor that runs wild at P.F. Chang's. Valid for dine-in only while supplies last. Details at pfchangs.com.
I played soccer, coached soccer. Now I cheer for soccer. 67 pounds later, I'm ready for a 180.
When life sneaks up on you, call Awaken 180 Weight Loss, 877-330-4180. It's not a fad diet or synthetic hormone shots, but a natural approach for awakening your own hormones. It's science-based nutrition, where our food is completely customizable and totally optional. And our lifetime one-to-one coaching makes losing weight a real thing, for life. Adults lose an average of 2 to 4 pounds per week.
Went to a great college, had a great career, 2 great kids. 41 pounds later, I'm ready for a 180.
Are you ready? 877-330-4180. Or visit awaken180weightloss.com now and see why there's a 98% satisfaction rating. That's 877-330-4180. Awaken 180. For health, for family, for life.
President Trump said, "I like Newsmax. You like it too." It's true. Millions of Americans agree with President Trump, and they're switching to Newsmax for the news they can trust. They're watching great shows with Greta, Carl Higbie, Rob Schmidt, Finnerty, and more. If you're tired of big media, start watching Newsmax. It's free to start. Go to newsmaxplus.com for immediate access. Get all of President Trump's most important events live. Imagine watching Mike Huckabee's Israel special, our Melania documentary, Clint Eastwood, Charlie Kirk specials, even the movie Jesus of Nazareth by Franco Zeffirelli. Once you start Newsmax Plus, you won't stop. So try it for free. Go to newsmaxplus.com, then download the app. It's easy. So make the switch to Newsmax Plus today.
Fan of WTIC? Then do us a favor. Download the free Odyssey app and favorite WTIC.
We are back. Reese on the radio, Roseanne on the radio here live. There's so much stuff that we need to get into today because of all the news that broke last night and this morning here locally associated with the Jeffrey Epstein case. We'll deal with that as well. Roseanne and I, our anniversaries tomorrow. I just heard that we might be able to go see the Spinners and the Commodores today. Tomorrow, Roseanne, someone's working on that. Lori Maz is in the chat room. She said, "Happy anniversary. Could you two be any cuter?" Give us a minute. Give us a minute. Karen, who's also in the chat room, says, "My husband and I are celebrating our 46th anniversary in November. You deserve an early applause. 46 years is a long time. You guys have been married 1 year longer than Roseanne has been alive."
I'm 47, so 1 year less. I was 1.
Oh, that's right. 1 year less. My apologies. 1 year less than Roseanne has been alive. So you've been married since she was 1. Karen also says, "I do not tell him what to eat, and he does not tell me what to eat."
I wouldn't be surprised if Karen reached through that screen and punched you in the nose for that age comment.
Well, I've got it wrong, okay?
No, I'm just saying, like, nobody wants to be told. Like, I had a friend who'd been sober a year longer than I'd been alive.
Yeah.
And so occasionally I would make that reference, and the look she gave me the first time was like daggers. There's some things women don't want to know.
46 years being married is a humongous feat.
Absolutely. But to be told, "Oh, yeah, my wife is the same age as your
You
marriage,"
mentioned it. That's the only reason why I said it.
I said it to you, you jerk.
I don't think that you meant it to be malicious.
I said it to you and only to you.
Oh, okay.
Good grief. I love you, but sometimes. Is it pow?
Bang, zoom.
To the moon.
Yes, that's
there
the
you
one.
go. That for you right
A TV
now.
show you never watched,
Nope.
by the way. She always mentioned
I saw clips.
Elaine says 52 years for her and her husband. I know we probably don't have that much time, but I hope we get anywhere close
We have
to that.
We have 50, 60 years ahead of us yet.
I'm hoping so.
We do.
I hope you're right. I hope I don't drive you crazy enough. to be there. Let me go real quick to the phones. Jim is in Windsor. Hello, Jim. Jim?
Is that me? Yeah.
Yeah, that's you. What's up, buddy?
Oh, it's not just Jim, but you know 25th ID by any chance?
Doesn't ring a bell. Why?
Well, that's me on the chat room, but I lost that because I no longer have YouTube Premium.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right.
I also deliver to the master's school up in West Cincinnati.
Oh, do you? That's great.
So I'm a roadie or a whatever.
You're a roadie. You are a roadie.
That was yesterday.
Yes, sir.
I'm off today. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you calling, and I do remember 25th ID. Scallywag in the YouTube chat. Thank you, man.
Yeah, no, I make a lot of noise for nothing.
No, you're a lot of fun. What is your call about?
Oh, well, your Tovala, did you get an answer on your Tovala?
No, do you have a
Tovala? All the time.
Do you have a Tovala?
I'm on my second one.
Really?
What do you think?
Yeah, I got mad because it broke when the power went out one day.
Oh.
Will it not connect to the internet? Because mine will not
It
reconnect.
No, I don't care about connect. It doesn't connect to the internet.
Oh, the one that you have. You know, the one that we have has to actually connect to the internet because it's got a little scanner that we use. So it's a very digital thing.
You use the card that comes with your Tovala oven stuff.
Okay.
Right.
And then and it scans your little card and it puts it on, and you put the food in that comes with the card.
Yep.
Cooks to perfection.
Or you don't hit the scan button. You just hit bake.
Okay.
Other buttons that you can use.
Yeah, we have been. We've still been using it.
We've
still been using it, even though we couldn't connect it to the internet. And this food's still great.
Well, you don't need to connect it to the internet. You need to buy the food that comes with it.
That we have.
When you hit the scan button, it puts out the little red light, and it scans the card.
Yeah. No, we've been using it. It's been fantastic.
Yeah, that's what I use because I don't have time for that stuff. I'm delivering that stuff all day.
Oh, I hear you.
I got to get your food to you.
Oh, you're the guy. Okay, that makes sense. Well, thank you. We appreciate that.
Yeah, I deliver to what is the master's school. You've been into the master's school. I remember that. That's up in West Ledge Road. That's a mountain.
Yeah, it was fantastic to go up there to go talk to everyone. It was a great thing, and some of the kids even said, "Hey, when are you coming back?" So that was for me. That was a great sort of bravo on the kids. They were excited to have me, and they want to have me back soon. So I'll be there as soon as they ask me.
Yeah, they got the crosses right there in the middle of the yard.
It's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Did you see all the walk paths up there and rocks? You got to look up.
I didn't get a chance to see everything because I had to hurry up and get back to the station. But thank you. I'm going to grab a couple more before I go to a break. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
You got it. Let me go to Jim in Waterbury. How are you, Jim?
Good. I want to say happy anniversary. And
Thank
listen to your wife. My wife watches me like a hawk.
Because she loves you.
That's
At
right.
70, I was still benching 300.
Oh.
And close gripping 280 at 155 pounds.
Wow.
Now I've gone down, though. That's because of the Agent Orange thing. But I figure after I get off of the chemo, I'll be right back at it.
Well, we wish you luck with the chemo. Stand firm, honey. I can't turn on your mic because your wind blowing up.
Oh God, I'm
my
sorry.
wife is having a hot flash right in the middle of the show, and she's got a fan herself, and it's all over the microphone.
My wife still watches me like a hawk.
Well, listen, I've learned. It took me 3 years to realize that it's because she loves me, not because she's the warden.
No, my wife too. I know she loves me to death.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate you.
Have a blessed anniversary.
Thank you. And Christine is in Willington. Hello, Christine.
Hi there. Hi, guys.
Hello.
So hi, how are you? At the risk of you never taking a call back from me, I'm going to go there. But can I ask you a question, Reese?
You sure can.
Wouldn't you want to get your wife what she really wants for Valentine's Day?
Yes. Of course. What would she really want? Oh, come on. Don't do it. Don't do it. Come on. Don't do it. Let me explain to you why, Christine. Here's the deal. You're absolutely right. The thing that my wife would want is a dog. If a puppy in particular. Here's the reason why we don't have a puppy, and it is real simple, is because I can't be home all the time, and when the puppy needs to go out, guess who doesn't want to do cleanup of the puppy taking poops inside the house or having to take them outside? That is the person who wants the puppy.
Okay, so let me just tell you something. Most of the dogs that I've gotten were housebroken, and they were still young, so you don't have to get the puppy thing. They were already housebroken, but they were still under a year old, so that excuse is not good.
Well, she doesn't want to walk. She doesn't want to walk the puppy at all.
Listen, if we get a small dog that I can litter box train, then you can just clean the litter box when you get home.
Goodness gracious. You know, Christine.
I'm just trying to enhance your life.
Yeah, sure you are. Christine, you were absolutely right when you said, at the risk of not taking your phone call. No, I'm kidding. I'm teasing. I'm teasing. I would never ever be that serious. Well, look, we are going to talk about it. I'll put it to you this way. If we get in the next year a bigger place, the dog will probably happen.
Well, I think it's good. And there's also, that's what I do for a living is pet sitting, and you can get a dog walker or whatever. But seriously, I mean, it really does deal for your life, and she does want that. But you don't have to get that young dog. And why can't you bring the dog to the studio?
True.
It's not that I couldn't. I could bring the dog to the studio. And
many people bring their dogs to work now, so that you might think about that. I'm trying my hardest, Roseanne.
I don't. Thank you.
This appeal to Roseanne is just like it's insanity here. Okay, fine. I will consider it. Thank you.
Oh, think about it. Anyway, you guys have a beautiful weekend.
Thank you.
Anniversary.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I mean, I'm just saying.
I know. You think I hadn't done enough things for you, Roseanne. I mean, for crying out loud.
We have talked about this. I am not a cup. I do not fill up and then, you come back when it's time to refill me. I am more like a colander.
You're a colander.
I am a colander. You pour into me, a little bit stays in. You got to keep refilling.
Yes.
Yeah, it falls right through.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, the I love yous, the snuggles, all that stuff. It expires.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it does.
Well, my love expires.
It does, which is why you have to continue to
my
replenish
love is,
it.
You're saying my love is like milk?
Yeah, you have to continue to replenish it. Otherwise, it's like it never happened. It's like
Save Pro, like it never happened.
It's like a 13-year-old boy with Axe body spray. If he can't smell it anymore, then he needs to reapply.
What?
So you're my Axe body spray.
That's what I am. Your Axe body spray. For goodness gracious! All right, we have to take a break. We'll come back. More news, more views. Like I said, we've got Jeffrey Epstein stuff. We've got Chris Murphy stuff to get into. Also, we'll talk about the Aaron Stewart poll numbers that came out yesterday. I got a text message, and I'm going to have to take a nice one on WTNH and its reporting on this poll. This is the funniest thing you'll ever hear in your entire life. Stand by for that. Go nowhere. Stand by for that. Go nowhere. It's Reese on the radio. Roseanne on the radio. WTIC News Talk 1080.
Men, the new year is here, and if you're like many of us, you're ready to improve your health. But if you're feeling sluggish, low energy, if your sleep is off, or if you're hitting the gym but not seeing real progress, keeping that resolution can be tough. This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, and if those symptoms sound familiar, we can likely help. They often point to low testosterone, and treating low T is what we do. But this year, we're also helping men go further with targeted body composition plans featuring GH peptides, NAD+, GLP-1, PDA, and more, designed to boost energy, support metabolism, enhance recovery, and accelerate fat loss. With our low T treatments, combined with our body composition programs, most men notice real improvements. More energy, better focus, improved sleep, stronger workouts, and often a renewed sex drive as well. So call us. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work and a medical consult. And if you start treatment the same day, your visit is free. Call 800-930-5956 or visit northeastmenshealth.com.
Featured therapies are compounded and have not been evaluated nor approved by the FDA. Provider prescription required. See website for details.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 50-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term insurance may only cost you about $200 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-700-6898. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-700-6898. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. Call 800-700-6898 or biglou.com.
When was the last time you watched your home movies?
Disasters strike unexpectedly. Every year, American families lose the one thing they'd run back into a burning building for, their family's memories. Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Adam. We started Legacy Box to help save your family's most important recorded moments so you don't have to worry.
Load Legacy Box with your old movies, film reels, and shoeboxes of photos.
We work our digitizing magic, converting those memories right to the cloud so they're safe and accessible forever.
It's fast, we always send your originals back, and it's done right here in the USA.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box. Better Homes and Garden, Real Simple, and Inc. magazine are all talking about Legacy Box.
New York Times columnist David Pogue says, have them digitized. I wish I'd done it sooner. Take action. Save your family's memories today with Legacy Box.
Go to legacybox.com/value to get an incredible 50% off your Legacy Box. That's legacybox.com/value for 50% off while supplies last. legacybox.com/value.
It's Reese on the Radio on News Talk 1080 WTIC.
You know, the interesting part about my marriage to Roseanne is that it will always become more and more interesting and never, ever less interesting, primarily because I'm always trying to find new and inventive ways to impress her, be it with doing that one thing there, making her laugh. But one of the things that I do often enough, and I tell you all the time that the thing I can't deal with, I can't operate, is like detonating, it's like diffusing a bomb, is when Roseanne cries. And I've never been able to work with that. And the only time that she does cry when it's really, really good is when I do something like this. This is a song that I wrote for Roseanne, about Roseanne. Take a listen.
She see a cute little house on a hill. Baby, that one, I'm like chill. Next day it's a cottage by the sand. Scrolling on the phone with a wedding plan. Then it's puppies, just one more. Now the shoes got a whole new floor. Every wish on a time I'm done. Still I'm smiling like she already won. Roseanne, you want everything, from the keys to the car to a diamond ring. Roseanne, girl, I'm your biggest fan. If you point out buy it, that's the game plan. Spoiled you up, but I like that thing. Gold card heart on a silken string. Roseanne, yeah, I'll do what I can, 'cause I'm rich in love and you're the grand plan. Hey. Oh, yeah. She see a baby, now she got that stare. Wouldn't it be cute while she's fixing her hair? Already got names for the future crew. She's picking their outfits before they're due. It's vacation, she ain't even Googled yet. She wants a view that the sun can't forget. I'm out here counting up my overtime. She's out here counting every dream of mine. Roseanne, you want everything, from the couch to the crib to a pink swing. Roseanne, girl, I'm your biggest fan. If you point out buy it, that's the game plan. Spoiled you up, but I like that thing. Gold card heart on a silken string. Roseanne, yeah, I'll do what I can, 'cause I'm rich in love and you're the grand plan.
I'm the best husband ever.
I need might just laugh and find the receipt. Cause every wild little wish you make feels like a gift I get to take. Rose, you want everything from the moon to the yard to a nose ring. Rose, girl, I'm your biggest fan. If you point out pride, that's the game plan. Spoiled you up, but I like that thing. Gold card heart on a silken string. Rose, yeah, I'll do what I can. Cause I'm rich in love and you're the brand.
Come on, I deserve that. You know I deserve that. I deserve all the praise in the world. Roland, what do you think? He's going to write a song about his wife now. Producer extraordinaire.
Oh, what? I didn't hear. What happened?
What? What were you doing that whole time? He always makes me feel like he's not listening to the show. Don't do that to me.
Oh man, no, that was good words. It's good words.
I worked it out. I know everything it is about my wife. It was easy. It was just easy. You cry every time you hear it.
So? So? I love it. Nobody's ever
Written a song for you?
yeah, or
No.
a poem or a story.
Damn, not even a
nothing.
poem. Golly.
I know. I settled for some real winners.
Yeah, she lucked out this time around.
Yeah, you got it. Some 3 strikes you're out. You made it.
I think so. I think so. Now we can get divorced because everybody's going to remember this.
I will never divorce you.
I know.
I will spend the rest of my life making sure you are absolutely freaking miserable before I divorce you.
Okay.
Damn.
Thanks for that.
I would. I'd rather you be miserable by my side than happy with anyone else. It's true
That
love,
is
baby.
some psycho.
I know. I know. Boy, can he pick them.
Reese also has a type.
Yeah, this is also true. I told you that. You know that I have a type. Crazier, more insane, the better. I don't know what it is. When they go crazy, that was my favorite thing. Ah, well, she's crazy. Yep. Marrying her. Thank you, Dean. I appreciate it. Dean says, first, want to wish you guys a happy anniversary. Second, I would have gotten on sooner, but I was busy in another room when I heard Roseanne say, pow, zoom to the moon, something that I always say to Jean when she tells me that went out years ago. Yeah, I got 2 laughs from that. First when she said that, and 2 when I told Jean that she said it. So those are the Eans who are huge supporters of the show. We love you guys, and always thank you for supporting us as well. Craig in the Cars joined us. What's up, Nutmeggers? Michael B. says, Reese and his love never expires. He's 100% right about that.
Well.
Did the Spinners do Rubber Band Man? I'm almost certain they did. Yeah, you know that song.
Yeah, it's the boys.
That's the boys' ringtone.
Yeah.
Right? By the Spinners, yeah, Rubber Band Man. So, yes, that's absolutely right. Only reason why Roseanne knows that song is because it's a scene in, what do you call it?
You don't want to know why I know that song.
No, well, no, that's right. Your ex-husband used to have that song. Oh, I thought it was because of the Guardians of the Galaxy. That's one of the songs that they sing in West Ham. Yeah, that's right. Your ex-husband.
Yeah.
That was his ringtone, wasn't
Originally, yes.
it? Yeah. Is that Dave Mager? Is he calling in? That's a weird thing. I never get a call from Dave Mager.
Uh-oh.
Oh, he's not calling for me? Well, thanks. Let's get to the top of the hour news. John Silva is here in the WTIC newsroom. We'll be back. More news, more views, and you can shake a stick at it. It's Reese on the Radio.
This is WTIC News Talk 1080 with Brian and Company in the morning, Reese on the Radio in the afternoon, and news around the clock. WTIC and WTIC FM HD2 Hartford and Odyssey Station.
It's 3 o'clock, Hartford temperature 37 degrees. Good afternoon. I'm John Silva. WTIC 1080 News. Sunshine for the balance of this Friday afternoon. Temps right where they are in the mid-30s. We'll have all the forecast details coming up. Simsbury's Max Naumoff has just concluded his men's long program skate routine at the Winter Olympics in Italy. WTIC's Dave Mager has more live from the Skating Club of Boston in Norwood, Mass. Dave? All right, we seem to be having a problem with Dave's connection there. We'll get back to him momentarily. Hamden police have arrested 3 juveniles in connection with a homicide from last month on Mix Avenue in town. Detective Haley Zarzuela.
Detectives learned that Mr. Washington Archibald had arrived in the area to sell his vehicle. During that meeting, 3 suspects attempted to commit a robbery. That encounter escalated, and Mr. Washington Archibald was shot and killed.
18-year-old Kayvon Washington was unresponsive at the scene. January 17th, later died at Yale New Haven Hospital. The suspects are all facing charges of felony murder, attempted robbery, and criminal possession of a firearm. That investigation is ongoing. 13 days into the search for Nancy Guthrie, an FBI wanted poster and a canvas near where she lived are the latest developments in that case.
The FBI is looking for a male 5'9" to 10 inches tall with an average build. They say he was wearing a black Ozark trail hiker backpack. Investigators were seen earlier in the day at Guthrie's front porch setting up this pop-up tent to take measurements. It was the same location a doorbell camera captured the man the FBI says is the suspect in Guthrie's abduction.
That's correspondent Jonathan Vigliotti. Lawmakers are asking the State Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection about overtime spending. This as the Appropriations Committee is considering budget adjustments for the fiscal year. The department is currently budgeting around $70 million for overtime. However, agency CFO Marnie Sparks says about half that money is reimbursable from other agencies, such as the DOT, when troopers work overtime in construction zones.
That roughly reduces our actual overtime, the overtime that we can control, the overtime for mandated staff, for the roughly 250 sworn staff that we're down. That reduces that number to about $39 to $40 million.
Commissioner Renelle Higgins is pushing for more spending on recruitment efforts to get more troopers on the force as a means to cut down on OT. The Darien teacher accused of inappropriately touching a student never showed up for his arraignment today. Hearst Media is reporting now there's a rearrest warrant out for Sean Boardman. Bond set at $100,000. He's accused of touching a female student last November during a tutoring session after the girl told Boardman she had injured her hip. Year-over-year inflation in January up slightly last month.
We have a brand new statement from the White House that just came out saying today's expectations beating CPI report proves that President Trump has defeated Joe Biden's inflation crisis. Overall inflation fell and real wages grew by $1,400 in President Trump's first year in office. They go on to talk about housing inflation that continues to cool and prescription drug prices, which fell. That is a huge priority for President Trump.
Correspondent Weijia Zhang, WTIC News Time is 3:04. Checking traffic, got a couple of issues out here on the roads. One in Waterbury, 2-vehicle crash reported 84 West between exits 25 and 23. It's off on the left shoulder. And down in Westbrook, still have that highway shut down on 95 on the southbound side between exit 65 and 64. That due to a 2-vehicle crash. Meteorologist Bob Cox at the WTIC Weather Center forecast.
Temperatures this afternoon will be mostly in the low to mid-30s, a little below the average high of 38, but with relatively light wind and plenty of sunshine, should feel pretty good. A sunset today at 5:21. We'll see clouds increase a bit tonight as a mid-level disturbance drops down from the northwest. This weather feature has little moisture to work with. It might be able to generate a couple of flurries or snow showers late tonight, especially after midnight. Worst case scenario would be a dusting or coating of snow in some spots, but there's really not too much going on with it. Lows will be in the teens to low 20s. Saturday becomes mostly sunny. Highs be in the upper 30s to low 40s. A little bit more of a breeze tomorrow at about 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusting to 20 from the northwest. Clear to partly cloudy Saturday night, lows in the teens to low 20s. Sunday looks sunny with highs in the mid to upper 30s. Partly cloudy Monday, the high around 40 as the storm moves out well to our south. I'm meteorologist Bob Cox in the WTIC Weather Center.
Dow's up 80 points, NASDAQ's up 24, S&P's ahead 18. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
When you've been injured in an accident, hurt on the job, or in a medical mishap, there are many reasons to call Morgan & Morgan. But here's reason number 5. We try more cases than anyone in America by a wide margin. We are on approximately 150 dockets a week and win a lot. Go to forthepeople.com to see our verdicts and results. I believe our results give you the best chance of a fair, fast, and just settlement. Insurance companies know who we are by reputation. Imagine me doing this ad if it wasn't true. They would be laughing. Trust me, nobody is laughing. Their employees and adjusters often hire us when they're hurt. They know, and now you know. All law firms are not alike, not even close. With over $30 billion collected for our clients, we became America's largest injury firm for a reason. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
Irby Fisher. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Men, it's the new year, and for many of us, it's a time of deciding to make positive changes in our lives. This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, and if you're suffering with erectile dysfunction and are tired of the frustration and embarrassment ED causes, you should call Northeast Men's Health today, because there probably isn't a better resolution you can make than to be done with ED. You see, ED doesn't just affect you. It can also affect your partner, even if they don't talk about it. But here's some great news. If you're like most guys, the treatments at Northeast Men's Health will give you back your sex life, because our protocols have success rates that work in well over 90% of cases. Seriously, you might even find you're performing like you haven't in years. So make an appointment and get ED out of your life. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-930-5956. That's 800-930-5956. Or go to northeastmenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the Northeast to serve you. Northeast Men's Health, a Promenic restorative health practice.
Reese on the radio, making sense of the news. Yeah, even when it makes no sense at all. Now on WTIC, News Talk 1080.
All right, we are back. Now we get past all the sentiment stuff. We could do the real show, right? I was like,
sure. You are done loving on me, guys.
No. I will always love you, dear.
Sure.
And I will always love you.
All right,
exactly. I will always love you. And in fact, I will love you. I love you, the Dolly Parton version. It's the original, right?
Mm-hmm.
No? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, anyway, my point was, let me get back to the show. This is important to get to because as I was saying yesterday on the show, there are a lot of people who were making all this fuss about the Epstein files. It was Epstein, and we warned you right here on this program, be careful what you wish for, right? Because a lot of people were going to be ensnared. And Donald Trump told a lot of people and said, listen, you don't want a lot of these names out there because just because of the names, everybody's going to have to do what's acceptable, right? No matter who you are. If you are on these files, you have to be accountable or held accountable.
Right.
Sure enough, the stuff comes out and people have to be accountable, like White House counsel for Barack Obama. Wow. Boy, was that ugly. She had to quit. She loved some Jeffrey Epstein. She referred to him as Uncle Jeffrey. Ooh. I mean, she said XOXO. Yeah, la 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 la.
Breaking news. There is new fallout amid the release of the Epstein files. The top lawyer at Goldman Sachs, Kathy Remler, is stepping down after emails showed that she had a close relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. Remler was also White House counsel to former President Barack Obama. Newly released documents show that she called Epstein Uncle Jeffrey and accepted luxury gifts from the disgraced financier. Her resignation takes effect June 30th, and in a statement, Remler said in part, "My responsibility is to put Goldman Sachs' interest first." The company's CEO said, "She will be missed. I accepted her resignation, and I respect her decision."
Yeah, but I wish it was that simple, but it's not. Turns out some other people were ensnared right here in Connecticut.
A
a longtime assistant of Jeffrey Epstein, is from Connecticut. Additional unredacted names came to light from the files this week. We saw Leslie Groff from New Canaan was his executive assistant for almost 2 decades. Her name appears in the documents more than 130,000 times.
Damn!
And those documents show she was served a subpoena in 2019 after Epstein's arrest, but prosecutors declined to charge her. She also faced multiple lawsuits by victims who accused her of facilitating his crimes. Those were also dropped. Legal representatives say she has cooperated with the investigation in the past and was never told she was considered a co-conspirator.
Damn. I mean, that's just ugly. And of course, it just went on and on and on. Then I heard this from Thomas Massey. He was on Newsmax, and he said this. This is the part that bugged me out.
Just real quick, they're redacting women under the idea, the premise that they might be victims themselves, but the allegation is now that some of these women were actually helping Epstein to find girls.
Yeah.
To find kids.
And that's probably the case. So,
what was the name of that girl who was on was it Smallville?
Oh, yeah. We'll get to that in a second. It is Smallville. We'll get to that in a second. It's a great point that you're making.
Okay.
Which is a part of what my opening monologue was about. And that was, ladies and gentlemen, you've never cared about sex trafficking. You didn't care about that. This was never about that. You played it off like you did. You wanted to get to the bottom of the sex trafficking scandal that was Jeffrey Epstein, you told us. And you also told us it doesn't matter who's involved, everyone's got to pay. But I call bull hockey, and I know you're lying. Let me break this down for you folks. You see, you care about sex scandals. You don't care about sex trafficking. Let me prove it. Let me prove it right here. Let's go through a bunch of really big, large, demonstrative sex trafficking scandals in the last 20 years. Everybody who is listening, who can hear my voice online, on the radio, wherever you are, ask yourself, did you hear about this? No, because the news barely talked about it. Some of them you did. If you lived in the local area, maybe if you're a real news wonk like me, you probably did, but you probably didn't hear about any of them. In fact, I will test some on you, Roseanne. Let's try. Do you remember the girls do porn scandal between 2019 and 2026?
No.
Okay. Well, that was a massive online sex trafficking operation where the operators tricked over 100 women, many of them in their late teens and early 20s, into filming porn videos under false pretenses, promising the content wouldn't go public. They used coercion, lies about modeling gigs, and even doxing threats to keep them silent. The ringleaders were convicted of sex trafficking conspiracy. One got 20 years. Another one got 4.
Wow.
You remember that?
No.
No. How about this one? This one I remember. Some of you may, because this one is actually a bigger story. Back in 2018, the Backpage.com scandal. Ring a bell?
A little bit.
Why would you remember the name?
Probably because it was on like Dateline or, one of those nighttime
Probably.
shows.
Backstage.com was the infamous classified site. It was seized by the feds after years of facilitating sex trafficking ads that pimped out thousands, including minors. Founders faced charges for money laundering and conspiracy. One pleaded guilty for enabling the network that had generated over $500 million. This wasn't just ads. This was a hub for traffickers to sell victims across states. Often runaways and immigrants lured with job promises. The reason why you might remember Backstage is because there was a trade paper that you can go for acting jobs, and on the back of it, was Backpage.com, because on the back of the sort of trades, you had this one page that you could see in the back that had all of these gigs for people who were trying to get gigs. They put it online, but it was all for sex trafficking.
Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
I never wanted to be an actor.
Yeah. Oh, really?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just saying, you probably wouldn't have heard about it because it was in the news, but a lot of people. How about the Florida massage parlor ring of 2019?
I remember the one in Virginia.
I remember the one in Virginia, too. The Florida massage parlor ring was a multi-county bust uncovered by a network of over 10 spas trafficking Chinese women, smuggling into sex in the U.S. with false job offers, only to be forced into sex work under debt, bondage, and passport confiscation. Authorities rescued dozens and charged operators with racketeering and human trafficking. It pulled in millions annually and showed how legit businesses like strip mall parlors serve as fronts. Victims were isolated, abused, and rotated between locations to evade detection.
You know what's really cool about this, and nobody talks about who actually goes in and breaks those rings up.
The FBI and ICE agents.
ICE.
That's right.
Yeah.
100%. This one is probably more famous. The Gambino crime family prostitution network of 2010 to 2011? Nope. Probably didn't ring a bell. But the Gambino crime family is very popular.
That one I know, the name.
Yeah, exactly. Part of a broader organized crime indictment, 14 Gambino associates ran a prostitution ring exploiting young women and girls via Craigslist and other sites. They used violence, drugs, and threats to control victims, some as young as 15 across New York and beyond. Convictions included sex trafficking of minors, with sentences up to 25 years. This exposed how mafia-style groups modernized old-school pimping with online ads. Now, hold on. We're talking about glamorous mob-like ties. You got the Gambino family. That's not an unknown family involved with underage sex trafficking. Did the news cover it like it was like exhaustive story? No interest whatsoever. You had a big name mafia group involved with sex trafficking of underage girls. Not widespread, right? Not a national story. Why wouldn't it be? Because nobody cares about trafficking scandals. That's my point. The medical and education abuse rings from 2010 to 2020. Not one single bust, but a pattern of scandals involving professionals abusing trust. For instance, a urologist got life in prison in 2024 for sexually exploiting patients, including minors, under the guise of exams, luring them interstate for treatment. Similarly, an obstetrician was sentenced to 20 years in 2023 for abusing dozens over 2 decades, using his position to traffic victims across state lines. And a Bronx teacher got 30 years in 2024. This is just recent. Nobody remembers these stories. There were minors involved. No widespread coverage.
What about those little girls that went missing, and then they keep finding the same little girls with the same men? They're like 14, 15 years old. Here in Connecticut.
Oh. That was actually they put it.
Keeps finding.
Oh no, that was no. You're conflating two different stories. Yeah, just two different stories. How about the one in Queens? A Queens-based sex trafficking gang that went on for 6 years from 2020 to 2026. 4 traffickers were sentenced to 25 to 35 years each in 2026, running a brutal ring exploiting Latin American women smuggled into the U.S. They used fake jobs ads, debt bondage, and violence to force sex work in brothels and hotels. FBI's linked it to a broader migrant smuggling network.
But they're picking your fruit and cleaning your toilets. They're not sex workers. They're hard workers. Those poor women, they just want to work.
Operation Cross Country. This one went from 2008 to 2026. FBI's ongoing stings have uncovered massive rings, like the 2023 operation rescuing 200 victims, including 59 minors, from interstate trafficking networks using hotels and online ads. A 2026 Wisconsin case sentenced a violent pimp to 22 years for trafficking women across the Midwest via apps like Backpage successors. These aren't one-off scandals, but reveal entrenched patterns. And the labor and sex trafficking in agriculture. This was a 2021 Georgia bust. DHS operation exposed a ring trafficking Mexican workers into forced labor on Georgia farms with sexual exploitation mixed in. Over 70 victims were rescued, from squalid camps where they were beaten and embedded in recruitment fees. Now, hold on. This is important for one solitary reason. In that group, in the last 20 years, that is well over 400 victims. Not to say that it should outshine Jeffrey Epstein, but the reason why people care is for this reason that I hold in my hand. Because all of you remember these scandals in the last 20 years. Tiger Woods. His wasn't even His wasn't even a sex trafficking scandal. It was a sex scandal.
Yeah.
14 women he bedded consensually. Right? Cheated on his wife. It's the biggest scandal ever.
With like,
right?
were they Waffle House waitresses?
Apparently he was really, really into the Waffle House. More so than the ghetto is. Yeah, okay. Anthony Weiner's sexting disasters. That's right.
Yeah.
Ran for mayor. Also was Huma Abedin's husband, who was yeah, that's Hillary Clinton. No, Hillary Clinton's side aide.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Who's Clooney married to?
No, he's married to some other
other lady.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, Bill Cosby. Harvey Weinstein.
Yeah.
Huh? Right. Kevin Spacey.
Mm-hmm.
Right. R. Kelly.
Oh yeah, it's a big one.
Danny Masterson.
Yeah.
70 Show.
Yeah.
And of course, none other than my friend, who I've been hating on before it was popular, Sean P. Diddy Coombs. Right? So all of these names that you know, right? All of these names that you know, because people care about these stories more than the stories I just read you, which are far more, I mean, we're talking about the victims are nobodies. Okay? All these people who were trafficked, again, the first list I read is exactly what Jeffrey Epstein is doing. But the reason why everybody cares is because they keep saying, they're big names, they're famous names, the powerful people need to be put to justice. That's
Trump.
what they care about.
That's all they
There
want
it
is Trump.
That's all they want
But
is
the
Trump.
problem is, where's Trump? The only thing that you're seeing, or that I've seen, where Trump's name is mentioned is attempts to prevent Trump from winning elections. How we can, manufacture some scandal. But also in 2006, where President Trump called, was it Florida?
Yeah,
New York?
He called the Florida
A sheriff, and he's talking about Ghislaine Maxwell, and everybody knows what's going on with Epstein up in New York.
Yeah.
Watch out for this Ghislaine chick. She's filthy.
Do you notice the part that makes me laugh about this?
But they're still considering what they keep saying is GOP, guardians of pedophiles. Really? Because how many Republicans have been exposed thus far?
Maybe 2.
2?
Yeah, maybe.
Out of how many?
I don't know. And, I was laughing about this Lutnick thing, right? So the big scream was because Lutnick actually flew to the island after he said that he wasn't, which is, again, what did we find out? We find out that this woman who was Obama's White House counsel Rumler, she had to quit because, again, what happens? Because they have to make it look good, so she has to quit. No one even mentions the fact that in 2022 to 2024, the woman raked in $50 million. She's going to be all right.
Yeah.
She quit. And not only that, she didn't even quit, folks. She quit, and she's not leaving until summer of this year. So she doesn't have to resign now. She's still going to go to work for the next, 5 months?
But they have to prepare the retirement party. I mean, this is a
probably
big deal.
so.
Yeah. Was she like 50, 55?
Well, she's probably still working on other, deals with Goldman Sachs. So we can't have her leave. She's got a lot of clients. A consultant. She's got a lot of clients.
Right.
So that's the part that I find all of this I find incredibly funny. But the bottom line is that I know these people don't care.
You know what else is very telling is how everybody's so enraptured with this whole Epstein thing, but yet when you see all of these illegal aliens being deported for raping children, nobody cares. The only thing you keep hearing is, yeah, but they're just good neighbors. I can tell you honestly that sexual predators who prey on children do not walk up to you and go, hi, my name is
so-and-so.
Jim, and I like having sex with children. Can I hang out with your kids?
Yeah.
That's not how they do it. They're your friends. They hang out. I mean, there's movie after movie after movie of these priests and coaches and teachers and next door neighbors and uncles who come in and they're your best friend and they build a nice rapport with your family, and then you find out a decade later that they've been harming your children.
Well, that's what one of the guys who was on CNN, and I forget his name, he works out of Seattle. He's got a radio show out of Seattle. He was on CNN with Abby Phillips, and he makes that claim. He says, these people sit up here and talk all this stuff about, people who have not committed crimes. And he made a very good point. He says the guy who killed the young lady in Georgia, the girl who went out jogging. Why am I forgetting her name?
It's right here.
It is literally at the tip of my tongue.
Lake
and Riley, yes. He said the man who killed Lake and Riley hadn't committed a crime in the United States either. That was the crime he committed.
In the United States.
Well, in the United States.
But I would really have to implore you to reconsider. He did break a crime.
Yeah, well, he did.
He was here illegally.
Exactly. This is also another thing that I thought was interesting. CNN, speaking of Abby Phillips, she was, I think they were talking on CNN about, what's his name?
Jeffrey Dahmer, because he was such a nice guy.
No,
good looking.
Was talking about Tom Homan. Was talking about Tom Homan, and she made this, a woman there made was making a smart point about what was going on in what Tom Homan had done in Minnesota. And I think this is it. I want to find out if this is.
Are we tightening this noose around people when,
No, this isn't it. It was another. Why am I not finding it? I thought I saved it. And I'm not finding it at all, and I've had it, and I completely got rid of it. There it is. Here it is.
They often were released to adults who weren't verified. Listen, all I'm saying is that his characterization of them, that has to do with what the media do. I think a lot of that has to do with what the media chooses to focus on. And one thing that Tom Homan highlighted today is that in Minnesota, they have found 364 children that the Biden administration lost. And
now, when you are making that claim, you're saying, look at how many children that they were able to find in Minnesota, right? That's supposed to be important. But to prove my point that these people do not care about the trafficking of children is what Abby says immediately after that, and that's this.
Instead, 93% of the media coverage has been negative on ICE, according to the Media Research Center.
I know Tom Homan has been big on this lost children thing.
Yeah, this lost children thing. No big deal.
Does this heifer have kids?
I don't know if she has kids. But they don't really get, again, like I said, they don't really care. This isn't about anything but politicizing Jeffrey Epstein to their own ends. And then all the casualties come their way. And then they'll be arguing why they were exposed.
Asked for it. She was wearing that skirt. That poor little girl was licking that lollipop very sexually. She was asking for it. That's basically what they're doing, is blaming the victim.
Well, that's not new.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
That's not new for them.
How is she any different?
Yeah. No.
Well, she's 6 years old, but did you see the way she was licking that lollipop? It was quite suggestive.
Yeah.
Really?
That's the argument. And again, this is what CNN has turned itself into, because I'll never forget that video of, was it Ray Rice, was the Baltimore Raven? The video of him punching his wife out in the elevator.
Dang.
That was Ray Rice. Okay, so Ray Rice. Now both of this happens in a vacuum. Ray Rice is videotaped in a casino elevator.
It's another Diddy thing.
No. And he punches his girlfriend in an argument. It's caught. It gets exposed. And CNN is on its soapbox. Hitting a woman is wrong. Hitting a woman is absolutely reprehensible. But here's where it gets funny. So then a week or so later, Bristol Palin, the daughter of Sarah Palin, is at an event, at a birthday party or something, and a man accosts her and throws her to the ground. And CNN gets audio of the altercation, or at least Bristol Palin talking to the police officer about what took place. And the correspondent on CNN introduces it by saying, we have got some great audio for you, and it just makes you're just going to love it. And it's about the abuse of a woman, which, again, a week earlier, they were just excoriating.
Well,
but it was Sarah Palin's daughter, and it was celebrated.
Exactly. It's different because they don't view conservatives as humans. They just don't. I mean, you hear it time and again, which is why they say things like, don't have Thanksgiving with them, don't, associate with them, don't talk to them. They're the reason why so many families are fractured, is because of these idiots. They don't view conservatives as human beings. We're not human to them.
Here it is. I have the audio. Here's the audio. Yep.
Okay,
I can't
come right out and say it. This is quite possibly the best minute and a half of audio we've ever come across.
Yeah. Anyway, got to go to a break. I'm sorry.
And now, a WTIC news update.
It's 3:30. Good afternoon. I'm John Silva. WTIC 1080 News. We have sunny skies. 36 degrees the temperature. We'll have the forecast details coming up. Hamden police have arrested 3 teenagers in connection with the killing of a teen last month. Officials say the victim, 18-year-old Kayvon Washington, had shown up in an area of Mix Avenue intending to sell a car. Detectives say Washington was shot, later died at Yale New Haven Hospital. The 3 suspects, all juveniles, are facing murder and other charges. In New Haven, the city began a school bus camera program a couple of weeks ago. Already, though, there have been over 900 violators logged, according to officials. The fines are steep, $250 to start, and if nabbed by a cop, the price can run as high as $475. Early morning fire in Bloomfield is under investigation. The call came in around 2 this morning. The home on East Harold Street. Crews rolled up to the scene. They were met by smoke and flames. Those inside were able to make it out safely. The USS Gerald R. Ford has been ordered to sail from the Caribbean Sea to the Middle East. That's according to a person familiar with the matter. Puts more American firepower behind President Trump's efforts to coerce Iran into a deal over its nuclear program. And once again, this Valentine's Day, a couple is looking to tie the knot can do so down at Old Mystic Village. A wedding officiant, Marie Tyler Wiley, has been doing this for about 25 years. Those wishing to get married need to get a license, obtain a license, a marriage license from Stonington Town Hall. You've only got about an hour to do that if you're planning on taking part in the ceremonies tomorrow, which will be held from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. or until all couples who show up get hitched. WTIC News Time at 3:32. Here's the forecast.
Clouds continuing to spill in. There will be a couple of intermittent snow flurries late tonight with little to no snow accumulation, the low temperature down to 15. We will see a couple of flurries early tomorrow, then partial sunshine with a high temperature of 42. Clear to partly cloudy tomorrow night down to 21 degrees. Periods of sun and clouds on Sunday with a high up to 38. Monday will be a holiday for many folks, cloudy with a high temperature of 40. Tuesday, we will start to see the temperature warm up a bit. As a matter of fact, clouds giving way to sun with a high temperature up to 47, and sunshine filtered through those high clouds on Wednesday, the high temperature 42. This is meteorologist Chad Merrill in the WTIC Weather Center.
Checking traffic earlier, crash on 84 in Waterbury has been cleared. We still have the closure down in Westbrook on southbound side of 95. Between exits 65 and 64, earlier 2-vehicle crash has the highway shut there. For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
Looking for the best ways to prepare for retirement this year? Then be sure to tune in to Johnson Brunetti's Money Wisdom tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. right here on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Nothing makes a gathering great like Eggland's Best Eggs. They're just so delicious, with better nutrition too. For us, it's eggs any style, as long as they're the best. Eggland's Best.
Ground-level storage containers, road trailers, or mobile offices. Don't get stressed, get Eagle. Just call Eagle Leasing at 1-800-GET-EAGLE or get a quote at eagleleasing.com. I'm Brandon Eagle. You see us everywhere. We're Eagle Leasing.
Facilities managers, it's time to think inside the box. Storage trailers and ground-level storage containers from Eagle Leasing are the way to go. I'm Mike Eagle. Call 1-800-GET-EAGLE or visit us at eagleleasing.com. You see us everywhere. We're Eagle Leasing.
I played soccer. Now I cheer for soccer. 67 pounds later, I'm ready for a 180.
Are you ready? Call Awaken 180 Weight Loss, 877-330-4180. It's not a diet fad or synthetic hormone shots, just science-based nutrition, customizable food, and lifetime coaching. So losing weight is a real thing for life.
Had a great career, 2 great kids. 41 pounds later, I'm ready for a 180.
Ready? Call 877-330-4180 now.
I'm elder law attorney Haley O'Lear. Our greatest reward is happy clients telling us that they're very thankful for our help.
Hi, I'm Kate from Farmington. My husband had a stroke a year ago. I worked with a wonderful team of people that helped me rewrite my will and navigate the Medicaid application. They even came to our home to meet us, understand our needs, and connect us with a healthcare agency.
Find out more at AlairElderLaw.com. That's ALLAIRE.
Time now for today's Spotlight on Tech, sponsored by Ethos.
The Firefox search engine is adding new AI controls, which will allow users to determine how much artificial intelligence impacts their search results. Firefox owner Mozilla says the new AI controls will provide a single place to block current and future generative AI features in Firefox. Users can also review and manage individual AI features if users choose to use them. I'm Jason Brooks.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
When was the last time you watched your home movies?
Disasters strike unexpectedly. Every year, American families lose the one thing they'd run back into a burning building for, their family's memories. Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Adam. We started Legacy Box to help save your family's most important recorded moments so you don't have to worry.
Load Legacy Box with your old movies, film reels, and shoeboxes of photos.
We work our digitizing magic, converting those memories right to the cloud so they're safe and accessible forever.
It's fast, we always send your originals back, and it's done right here in the USA.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box. Better Homes and Garden, Real Simple, and Inc. magazine are all talking about Legacy Box.
New York Times columnist David Pogue says, have them digitized. I wish I'd done it sooner. Take action. Save your family's memories today with Legacy Box.
Go to legacybox.com/value to get an incredible 50% off your Legacy Box. That's legacybox.com/value for 50% off while supplies last. legacybox.com/value.
Diabetes, high blood pressure, anxiety meds, everyone's on them. If you're a 40-year-old male, maybe a bit porky, and you may even have type 2 diabetes, $1 million of term life insurance may only cost you about $100 a month. Call Term Provider. Speak with Big Lou at 800-239-1749. Big Lou will find a term life policy for you even if you have type 2 diabetes, are overweight, or have high blood pressure. Term Provider has helped thousands of people like you who think they can't afford term life insurance. To buy $1 million of affordable term life for you, all you need to do is call Big Lou at 800-239-1749. Lou will make sure the scales are tipped in your favor. Call 800-239-1749. Big Lou will answer your call and work to fit you into a term life policy that you can afford. Remember, Big Lou's like you. He's on meds too. For affordable term life insurance, call 800-239-1749. 800-239-1749 or BigLou.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Listen to WTIC News Talk 1080 on the free Odyssey app. Download and like WTIC today for alerts on special programming.
What kind of research are you doing back there, Roseanne? You're scaring me.
If I told you, you would roll your eyes and, yeah, you'd roll your eyes.
Is it show related or is this personal?
Oh, absolutely not. Really? Yeah, I'm doing a combination of, on one point, the slave trade and how it, progressed here in the United States, as well as the birth rate, and comparing it to life in sub-Sahara at the same time period.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also watching a documentary about Queen Elizabeth I.
Really?
Yes.
You can do both of those.
Absolutely.
Okay. Anyway, speaking of the slave trade, or at least something related to that. So I got this text message from a listener, as well as getting this alert about an exchange with a man who was, I guess, he was at a hearing. And I'm trying to find his paperwork here. Yes, there he is. Jeremy Carl. Jeremy Carl is a senior fellow at the Claremont Institute for the former Trump administration official. He was the Deputy Assistant Secretary of the Interior. He's written extensively about what he sees as the erosion of white identity and culture in America. His most prominent work on this is the 2024 book called The Unprotected Class: How Anti-White Racism is Tearing America Apart, where he argues that anti-white discrimination has become systemic and official policy, disadvantaging whites in areas like business, education, law, entertainment, the military, and even in churches. In the book and his related writing speeches, Carl doesn't spend a ton of time defending or defining white culture in a rigid checklist way. He tends to frame it as more of a traditional, majority-derived American culture that's being diluted or erased through mass immigration, multiculturalism policies, and what he calls anti-white animus from elites and institutions. He ties it to things like a shared historical Anglo-European heritage that built America's core institutions and values, think rule of law, individualism, and certain Protestant influences. Everyday cultural markers. He has referenced differences like tone and style, of which the white church versus the black church, foodways, music, preferences, even the Super Bowl halftime show shifting away from English language to traditional American norms. Broader common American culture from the pre-1960s era, when the country was demographically more unified, nearly 90% white, which he says fostered cohesion has been balkanized, in his view, by rapid demographic changes and policies favoring non-whites. So at a Senate confirmation hearing, he spoke to our very own senator, who isn't here half the time, Chris Murphy. And this is how that exchange went.
Tell me how you define white identity and what you think is being erased about white identity.
Certain types of Anglo-derived culture that comes from our history.
Like what?
Let me think about this. Senator, I would say if you were to look at the book by one of your former Senate colleagues, Born Fighting, about the sort of Scotch-Irish military culture and certain, pride that went with that, that would be one example. Obviously, you could have sub-elements of that culture. You could have Italians, you could have Irish, and those are in many ways more.
But you're worried about white culture. You're not worried about, you're now retreating to ethnic identity. You don't speak about ethnic identity. You speak about white identity. So tell me the values that stitch together white identity and that make it different than black identity.
Now, Chris Murphy is wisely making a stupid argument because here it is. Should there be a white identity versus a black identity? Of course not.
That sounds a little racist.
Exactly.
A little Jim Crow-ish.
Exactly. There shouldn't be. But Chris Murphy is too stupid to recognize that that is not an argument that white people make. That is an argument made by black people. Okay? And when I say an argument, it is a distinction that they make clear by saying that things are white or that sounds right. Remember, was it Joey who just said it to us the other day? He said where the people were leaving some event or whatever it was, and somebody said to the family leaving, you guys be careful out there. It's cold. Be safe. Stay warm. And the person respond, that's such a white thing to say. And the black cop was standing there going, what? That is, again, distinct in the African-American community. That saying something like, have a blessed day, be good to yourself, is now, be careful with yourself, is a white thing to say.
So what am I supposed to say? Hey, kill yourself.
Yes, exactly. Hey, don't forget to shoot up your hood, baby. Like, what? Like, it's ridiculous, right?
Okay, we kind of talked about this a little
bit.
Wait.
Okay. There's such an important thing I want to get into. But Chris Murphy, again, trying to make that as if to suggest that this man is saying that there's a difference between blacks and whites. No. He believes there is an Anglo-American way we do things. I like to call it mainstreaming, because there are things that we mainstream: family, church,
Pledge
work,
of Allegiance.
Pledge of Allegiance,
A
right?
job, that's a good one.
Nationalism, right? These things are mainstream. Those things are being corrupted, as Jeffrey is trying to express
Gender.
it. Oh, Jeremy, sorry.
Is gender a white
Gender,
thing?
I don't know. But Jeremy Carl here is trying to distinct that we used to have a sort of, the multiculturalism was stuff that we enjoyed, but we didn't force upon, right?
Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, exactly.
Mardi Gras.
Right, exactly. Now, he goes on. Here's the rest of the exchange.
Say that the white church is very different than the black church in terms of its tone and style on average. Foodways could often be different.
And those
Music could be different.
And those are being erased.
Music could be different. Well, if you look at the Super Bowl halftime show, which was not in English this year.
So our ability to access white churches or white food or white music is being erased?
I am concerned with the majority common American culture that we had for some time that through particularly mass immigration, I think has become much more balkanized, and I think that weakens us. And again, I'm not running away from that comment. I'm not apologizing for it.
Well, I'm way over my time. I think you're struggling to answer this question, right? Because underlying your beliefs is a sentiment that white culture is just simply better.
Now, no, that's what he's saying. In essence, now Chris Murphy, ladies and gentlemen, you all know who Chris Murphy is. He's saying that Jeremy Carl is suggesting that white culture is better. Now, I went to go and I said to myself, well, I've never ever seen Chris Murphy as the bastion of multiculturalism.
Does he wear a sombrero?
I've never seen Chris Murphy in a dashiki. Never. I looked. I checked. I wanted to make sure. So I did. I did some searching. Okay? Apparently, Chris Murphy thinks that white culture is better as well. Try this on for size. Want to know how many times Chris Murphy has celebrated the African-American celebration of Kwanzaa?
How many times?
Once.
Oh.
In 2023, he posted a straightforward holiday wish on December 26, 2023, sending my warmest wishes to all celebrating Kwanzaa. Hope you have a day filled with togetherness, meaning, and connection.
That's so white.
He didn't say we. He said you.
That is such a white thing
I
to say.
hope you Negroes are celebrating your Negro holiday. That's what he said. Hold on. He also celebrates Jewish holidays. This coming from an Irish guy. Jewish holidays in Older's post back in 2018 and 2017. He said Rosh Hashanah greetings, like Shana Tova, to everyone celebrating Rosh Hashanah in Connecticut and around the world, wishing you a sweet new year. Classic, respectful, but nothing recent. No deeper involvement in like events whatsoever. In fact, there's literally no hits on him celebrating Diwali, Ramadan, Eid, Lunar New Year, Juneteenth, Cinco de Mayo, Pride Month, or parades, or any other non-European ethnic or cultural celebrations. So if anybody thinks that white is better, or as I like to say, white is right, it is Chris Murphy.
Couple of questions.
Yes.
What was going on in 2023 that prompted him to do the Kwanzaa and whatever year it was that he did the Rosh Hashanah?
This is such a great point because I was thinking about it, but I didn't have enough time to research. Now we have to find it.
Okay.
20.
Real quick, I just want to go back to the original.
Yeah, Jeremy Carl.
What is white culture?
I don't know.
Now, if we're supposed to believe that all white people are the same,
that's
all the Irish, all the English, all the Italians, all the Serbians, all the Ukrainians, all the Russians, all the Israelis, all these people from different parts of the world, they're all the same when they're here.
That's
because they all come here and suddenly they all like
White.
macaroni and cheese and potato
That's
salad
right.
with
raisins.
Raisins, right. Because that's what happens when white people immigrate here, right?
Yes.
And so what is black culture?
Before we get in trouble.
I'm not saying it. I'm going to let you say it. You can say it. I can't. I'm just saying.
When we come back, I will tell you what black culture is. And I will tell you the truth all the way, Yeah, I'll tell you the truth like nobody else can. Stand by. More news, more views than you can shake a stick at. It's Reese on the Radio, Roseanne on the Radio. We'll be back.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Morgan & Morgan isn't just an injury firm. It's our family's life work. It's my husband, it's my sons, it's me. When we take a case, we see a family just like ours. $30 billion recovered is something I'm proud of. But what I'm really proud of are the families we stood beside. It's an honor to fight for you when you need our support the most. Morgan & Morgan, for the people and your family.
Herbie Fisher. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
Brian Shackman here for Certo Painters. I don't know about you, but I love my home and the spaces that I am in every day. I want them to feel warm and feel good. And you know what? Certo Painters gave me that free estimate. They came in and painted our kitchen, and that's exactly how I feel every time I go through my kitchen. If you want the job done right, if you want to be treated with respect, Certo Painters is the place to go. Certo Painters, it's a business independently owned and operated right in our community. Schedule that free estimate online at CertoPro.com. That's Certa with a C. When choosing a painting professional, folks, the choice is simple. Choose happy. Choose Certa Pro Painters.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group. And I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney. And the truth is, I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney or if I look like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare without me being an attorney. And I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call, and you will not talk to an attorney. And I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free information kit. 800-714-9090. 800-714-9090. 800-714-9090.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Hola, amigos! It's a big noise. Brad Evans from BetMGM tonight. Listen Monday through Friday starting at 6 p.m. Eastern on Westwood One Sports as we cover the biggest sports stories from coast to coast. Get insights on the NFL playoffs, college basketball conference races, and more. Download the Odyssey app now and listen from anywhere. BetMGM tonight, live and interactive, presented by BetMGM. Tune in, Team Huevos.
It's Reese on the Radio on News Talk 1080 WTIC.
Yes, we are back. You know, somebody just sent me a text message, and this is what I don't understand. And I always try to get people to do one thing. It's very, very important. You should always think before you speak or before you write anything. So I want the person who wrote this, I want them to think about what they just wrote. The person wrote, and I quote, "I feel sorry." In fact, I want to make sure I get the correct quote. "I feel sorry for blacks who believe this is not a racist society." I feel sorry for blacks who do not believe this is a racist society. So people who don't use this country as a racist society as the thing to hinder them or to sort of, you know, in essence, that is the goggles of which they see the world.
Right.
They refuse to look through those goggles and they proceed on without those optics and compete with them, right? They don't use those things as excuses. He feels sorry for them. So what he would rather them have is pain and suffering.
And victim mentality. Poor me, give me stuff
which
because
is
I'm too dumb to get it
exactly,
myself.
which I would tell anybody, please do not pity me.
No.
Nobody feel sorry. You want to feel sorry for? I feel sorry for anybody who uses that in their daily lives.
I had a friend from Germany when I lived in Pennsylvania. His name was Linton. Beautiful. I mean, he was gorgeous. We had black guy, a little bit of an Afro puff, dressed very well. He was going to school. He was a German citizen. And I was a younger, excuse me, I was a little bit younger. And he asked me, he says, why don't you go to school? And I had all these reasons why, and I believed all the things that I was told. Not smart enough, not good enough, I'll never succeed. And he said to me, I find it very intriguing that you Americans live here and you have access to all of these great things and you never take advantage of them. You don't realize that people are willing to travel around the world to come here to take advantage of these things. What I liked about Linton was, did I mention that he was black?
Yes.
And German.
Yes.
And he came to the United States to go to college.
Mm-hmm.
He had a cousin that had come from somewhere, some country in Africa. I can't remember which country in Africa. But he was also in the United States going to college. He said the same thing to me. He's like, why don't you go to school?
Mm-hmm.
There are people all over the world who do whatever they can to get into this country to take advantage of things like your education system. You live here.
Yeah.
You were born here.
Yeah. It's
These
like
were two black men telling me.
Yeah. It's like living in a town and not seeing its beauty.
Right.
You know, it's like living somewhere and not visiting its landmarks. It's
but
insanity.
But what I'm making this statement in regard to this, I feel sorry for black people who don't realize this is a racist country. Only a pretty privileged American black person can sit here and allow that foolish nonsense to fall out of their face when people come from third world countries and other first world countries. They come here. Black men come here to take advantage of our academic system.
This person who's saying this is one of those individuals who came from a third world country.
I know. I know. We had this conversation. Dude's got 17 degrees also.
Exactly.
All
But
of his kids are going to Ivy League schools, but somehow this is a very racist nation. Do me a favor, honey. Go back to a place where they're not going to be racist against you and go and try to accomplish some of the same crap that you got here.
Exactly.
Until then, shut up.
Here's the other
You're
part.
welcome for your freedom. Shut up.
And this is another example of why I say you should always think about what you speak before you speak it. He writes back and he says, Reese, your views are in the minority. You're 100% right, sir. They are in the minority. And you know what that means? More for me. Because while the rest of you are sitting around not moving, standing still because of all the obstacles that you place in front of yourself, I reap all the rewards.
You know, all the black men, almost all the black men that I know, almost all of them, particularly the ones that I know from the military, almost all of them have college degrees. Almost all of them are somehow making it substantially financially of their own accord. None of them run around talking about, oh, poor me, I was just a poor black boy. No, most of these young men came from really poor upbringings. They didn't come from the best situations. They didn't have mommy and daddy paying for college. They joined the military because it was the only way out of the hood, and they went to college.
I got to give our first traffic break. That's the first traffic break. Filling in for Mark Christopher in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center, Sue Aller is here. We'll be back.
I'm Sue Aller from the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. Good afternoon. We are looking at slowdowns through East Hartford on 84 westbound, right between exits 56 and 50. On the eastbound side, you are hitting the brakes between exits 44 and 51. We also have some slowdowns on the southbound side of 91 approaching 84. You're going to be hitting those brakes between exits 34 and 32. Further south, it's also very slow between exits 19 and 17. Then in East Hartford, watch out for construction slowing you down on Route 15 northbound. Right at exit 90, it's taking out one lane and it is really causing a little bit of a slowdown. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
Clouds continuing to spill in. There will be a couple of intermittent snow flurries late tonight with little to no snow accumulation, the low temperature down to 15. We will see a couple of flurries early tomorrow, then partial sunshine with a high temperature of 42. Clear to partly cloudy tomorrow night down to 21 degrees. Periods of sun and clouds on Sunday with a high up to 38. Monday will be a holiday for many folks, cloudy with a high temperature of 40. Tuesday, we will start to see the temperature warm up a bit. As a matter of fact, clouds giving way to sun with a high temperature up to 47. And sunshine filtered through those high clouds on Wednesday, the high temperature 42. This is meteorologist Chad Merrill in the WTIC Weather Center.
Follow WTIC News Talk 1080. Don't miss out on important updates in Connecticut, from breaking need-to-know news, weather alerts, and more. Follow WTIC News Talk 1080 on the Odyssey app now. This is WTIC News Talk 1080 with Brian and Company in the morning, Reese on the radio in the afternoon, and news around the clock. WTIC and WTIC FM HD2 Hartford and Odyssey Station.
4 o'clock, good afternoon. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News. Simsbury native Max Naumoff has completed his emotional run at the Winter Olympics in Italy with the men's free skates. There was a watch party at his new professional home, the Skating Club of Boston, and that's where we find WTIC's Dave Mager.
About 25 people, including students from the program Max teaches in, applauded during his long skate, and there was big applause in the arena where he's a fan favorite. There were a few gasps as well as he fell twice, but no one here seemed disappointed.
Just incredible. He fought through his whole program, and I really like his choreography and the program.
Naumoff skated beautifully to the British band The Irrepressibles. He told NBC he fought with everything he has. He won't medal, but it's a big accomplishment, skating in memory of his parents, Vadim and Evgenia, who, as you know by now, lost their lives in last year's D.C. plane crash. In Norwood, Massachusetts, Dave Mager, WTIC 1080 News.
Arrests have been made in connection with a fatal shooting last month in Hamden. Detectives say 18-year-old Kayvon Washington was intending to sell a car when he arrived at an area of Mix Avenue on January 17th. That's when they say he was shot. He later died at Yale New Haven Hospital. The suspects, all juveniles, face felony murder and other charges. At a news conference today, Hamden Police Chief E.P. Reynolds had a warning for those intent on committing crimes in town.
To any and all bad actors, past, present, and future, that would think to come in our town, the town of Hamden, with crime and acts of violence, we will hunt you down. We will relentlessly pursue you until you are brought to justice. Crime does not pay.
That investigation is ongoing. Congress is recessing for a week, and barring a last-minute miracle, the Department of Homeland Security is shutting down due to a lack of funding. That means those employees will not get paid. Correspondent Torian Small.
It's all but certain that a partial government shutdown will happen. We know that Minority Leader Chuck Schumer rejected an 11th hour proposal, counter-proposal from the Trump administration. He said it just was inadequate and didn't live up to the standards that his conference set forth. We know it's about a 10-point plan of reforms that Democrats are looking to push. That includes body cameras for all ICE agents.
Overtime for state troopers and other emergency personnel is getting scrutinized. The Appropriations Committee of the legislature heard from the State Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection as part of its rolling review of funding adjustments for the next fiscal year. Department Commissioner Rennell Higgins gives the recent Mansfield train derailment as an example of how unpredictable their agency's work is and how that affects OT.
They're operating 24 hours a day, responding to emergencies, the train derailment, and others. With every hour of overtime work means time away from their family, and I remain concerned about the wellness and the number of hours that they're working, but they continue to answer the call when we call upon them.
Early morning fire in Bloomfield now under investigation. They got the call around 2 this morning, the home on East Harold Street. Smoke and flames by the time the first crews rolled up to the scene. No injuries were reported. Those inside were able to make it out safely. And again, that investigation is continuing. Tough talk from President Trump as he addressed troops today at Fort Bragg in North Carolina.
The president praised the troops at Fort Bragg who removed Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro.
We are feared by the enemies all over the globe.
His comments come as he ordered a second U.S. military aircraft carrier to the Middle East to pressure Iran to make a nuclear deal.
They've been difficult to make a deal. I thought we would have had a deal last time. They wish they did.
Iran and the U.S. have been holding talks in Oman over Iran's nuclear program. But the president says if those talks are not successful, quote, it's going to be a very bad day for Iran.
That's correspondent Linda Kenyon at the White House. Dow finished up 48 points today. NASDAQ lost 50. S&P was up 3. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
I wish I'd gotten treated for my erectile dysfunction sooner. Men, I hear this all the time from our patients. This is Dale for Northeast Men's Health, and if ED is a problem in your life, resolve to get it treated today and stop having it affect you and the one you love. ED is simply a medical condition. It's fully treatable. And at Northeast Men's Health, we have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, your ED will be a thing of the past. In fact, you could be having great sex within a day or two of your first appointment, and you'll also likely find you're performing like you haven't in a long time. It's the new year. Resolve to get your ED treated and change your life. Call us at Northeast Men's Health. Your initial visit is only $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-930-5956. That's 800-930-5956. Or go to northeastmenshealth.com. We have 6 offices across the Northeast to serve you. Northeast Men's Health, a Promedic restorative health practice.
It's Reese on the radio. And don't say we didn't warn you on News Talk 1080 WTIC.
All right, we are back, top of the hour here. Roseanne, how you doing so far? You had a little bit of a coughing spell.
I choked on my water.
You're choking on the water. Okay.
It's a skill set not everyone can accomplish. If you inhale and swallow at the same time, it's definitely a skill set.
Absolutely. It is amazing.
Thank you.
You look very pretty today. I like that sweater. Is that the one that I bought you?
It is, yes.
Yes, you look very, very chic.
Thank you.
In that sweater. Am I taking you out someplace today?
You're taking me all the way home. I don't really want to do much of anything.
Okay.
I want to go home. We bought our groceries. I bought us some snackies, which actually I just ate, so we're gonna need to get more snackies.
What snackies did you bring? What are you talking about? The apples and oranges?
No, the Snickers.
No, okay. Could you bring me an apple or an orange so I can?
They're in the car. Anyway, I want to go home and I want to spend the entire weekend doing nothing.
Vegging?
I want to be pantsless. I want to wear a T-shirt and I want to drink coffee and eat snackies and watch movies. And I want to not people for 2 days.
What's the movie that you want me to watch this weekend?
Miss Congeniality.
Any other Sandra Bullock related movies you want to watch?
Not necessarily Sandy movies, but
okay.
I think I could get down with some rom-coms all weekend.
Okay, you want to do rom-coms?
I could force you into that one. Absolutely.
Actually, people don't know this about me because they may have laughed at me about the Dirty Dancing thing, but it is secretly known. I'm a huge. Don't stop that. I am stop mouthing that. I've secretly loved rom-coms since I was a kid. I'm a big rom-com.
Yeah.
Because I love the three act sort of arc as it is, and I've always been a big fan. But when I was a kid, I was kind of a no girlfriend kind of kid, and I liked rom-coms were kind of like sort of a weird thing that I enjoyed.
The same way girls look at them.
No, that wasn't the way that I looked at them. I just thought they were cool. Romantic comedies are funny, plus they have love in them. And I've always a person, as Jamie Montgomery would say, I'm in love with being in love. Let's get another check of your traffic and weather.
I stand by what I mouthed.
Yes. Sue Aller is in for Mark Christopher in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center.
I'm Sue Aller from the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. Jam-packed in East Hartford on 84 westbound. It starts right around exit 56 to exit 50. And then in West Hartford, you also have slowdowns on the eastbound side of 84 between exits 44 and 51. 91 southbound is stop and go from about Windsor Avenue down to 84. And then more slowdowns further south between exits 19 and 17. Route 2 westbound, that's also building stop and go as you make your way up towards 84. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
We've got ample sunshine out there right now, but the clouds are going to fill in as we go throughout the next couple of hours. There will be some intermittent snow and flurries well after midnight, but little to no snow accumulation. The low temperature, though, 15 degrees. A couple of flurries early tomorrow, then we break out to some sun and clouds. The high temperature 42. Tomorrow night, clear to partly cloudy down to 21 degrees. Periods of sun and clouds on Sunday, the high temperature 38. We have an extended couple of days with no work, maybe through Monday. Cloudy, the high temperature 40, so a dry weekend and temperatures fairly seasonable. And Tuesday, clouds giving way to sun, the high temperature 47. Right now, it's 40 in Newington, 35 in Meriden, and 37 in Hartford. This is meteorologist Chad Merrill in the WTIC Weather Center.
Paid for by government. The 1986 to 2021 United States Silver Eagle, the first ever U.S. silver dollar minted in 99.9% pure silver and is the best-selling coin in the world. These original and historic silver dollars have ceased production forever. They will never be minted again. For a limited time only, full pound bags of original U.S. government-struck silver dollars are being released to the public. You can own a full pound of original U.S. silver dollar coins featuring Lady Liberty and the heraldic eagle, never to be struck again. Guaranteed. Call now to secure original United States Silver Eagles by the pound. The first U.S. silver dollars ever to be struck in 99.9% pure silver. Plus, receive a free bonus, an American Collector's Pack valued at over $40 and free shipping with every order. Call 1-800-560-6468 now to secure your full pound bag of United States Silver Eagle coins before they are gone. That's 1-800-560-6468.
Pressure doesn't crush champions, it creates them. On the court, UConn's AZ Fudd, Caroline Ducharme, Morgan Shelley, and Sarah Williams rise to the moment with skill, preparation, and teamwork. At BPS Lawyers, we meet pressure the same way, with confidence, discipline, and results.
Champions win together, on the court and in the courtroom.
One full-service firm, all your legal needs, always. BPS Lawyers, your lawyers for life. Visit bpslawyers.com.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell, definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. Do you feel stupid for buying a timeshare? Don't. It's not your fault. You were most likely told you could rent it, and it was a great financial investment. And the deal was available today only. If this happened to you, contact your resort or Wesley Financial Group for help today.
Call Wesley now for your free exit information kit. 800-939-1441. 800-939-1441.
This year, flavor doesn't walk. It runs wild. At P.F. Chang's, we're charging into the year of the horse with bold new wok-fired dishes like pork belly bao buns and refreshing cocktails like the Midnight Gallop. P.F. Chang's beloved red envelope tradition returns, adding a surprise element to every visit during the Lunar New Year. Each guest receives a red envelope revealing a special offer redeemable on a future visit. Celebrate the Lunar New Year with flavor that runs wild at P.F. Chang's. Valid for dine-in only while supplies last. Details at pfchangs.com.
It's Reese on the Radio on News Talk 1080 WTIC.
I was checking out. Do you remember when we were doing the Between Rounds live remote?
Yes.
And there was a guy who, before we did the show, this guy, Russ Cowles, came up to me. And he and I went over to the pawn shop right next door. Yeah. Remember him?
Yeah.
And he's the guy who makes the cigar box guitars.
Yes.
Yeah, he just sent me a great picture of him that's from his Facebook page. I just posted it. Folks, do me a favor. If you can, Russ, this is a labor of love for Russ. And I only say this because even if you don't play the guitar, this is a cool, thoughtful, and out-of-the-box gift.
Yeah, it's really
Please
cool.
go. I just posted them on my Facebook page, so go to Reese on the Radio. You know where to go. I'm going to post it on both pages when I get a chance. But go there and go check out his site. Check out his guitars. But they are, like I said, it doesn't matter if you don't play. They're just cool to have, and they're great gifts for somebody who you know might play guitar. And he makes like everything from the actual guitar to like a ukulele type guitar, and they're in cigar boxes. He showed me one that he made out of a Volkswagen hubcap.
Nice.
Like he got all of them, and he's got a Pinterest page and all of them. And I'm into like weird things. Like I'm not into everything that's weird and quirky, but I'm into this. And this is cool, and I really have to spend some time with him.
I think you like things that are made out of other things that used to be something
That's true.
more.
That is absolutely
That's
true.
That's why you picked me.
That might be true.
I don't know how to.
That might be true. But yeah, check it out. I posted on a page. I think I'm going to see if I can find a way to post this everywhere. But they are so cool. And the turnaround to create it, it's not a lot of time. If I remember it correctly, I don't think it's more than about 6 days for him to do it. And they're actually playable. So they're not just models.
Decorative,
yeah, it's not decorative. But like I said, it's something that you could give to someone as a gift that
He's
they
on
would.
Etsy, right?
He is on Etsy. That's what it is. It's on Etsy. I I said Pinterest. I thought it was that,
No,
but I think you're right. It's on Etsy.
It's Etsy.
I don't know any of those things. I promise I will find out exactly where it is, and I will get everybody to them. But Russ, thank you for. I just saw the update on your photograph. By the way, it's a great picture, so I posted that picture on my Facebook page, and I'll get Roseanne to post it as well. So if you're interested, go check it out. It is a great gift. Even your kids would like to have something like this. Like if you got a grandkid that's into music, I'm sure they will love the idea of it. Let me get to the phones real quick. I'm going to go to Werner real quick. Hey, Werner.
What's going on, man?
What's up?
You got Roseanne with you today, huh?
I do. Anniversary's tomorrow, and she's usually here on Friday anyway. And she looks absolutely sweet and cute today. So, you know.
All right. So when I got in my car, man, you were talking about your buddy Murphy.
Yes.
I thought you'd get a kick out of this. My father used to, every time he saw that dude, he just said that he has a face that he would just slap.
Yes,
just slap. And then when he opens his mouth, and he would say this with a strong German accent, you know what I mean? Once he opens his mouth, I slap him some more.
We cannot promote violence. I know. Listen,
my God.
some of the stuff that he says, again, it's absolutely unfathomable that he would. Again, this guy is no cultural maven in any sense of the word. Chris Murphy is
like a
so
cheap
milk.
used car sale.
Exactly. He is so milk. Like he is cracker milk cookies. He's toast. Yes.
His walks across Connecticut. The dude probably drives to,
Yes.
Greenwich or Newtown. He doesn't walk through Bristol and New Britain.
He sure enough doesn't. I'd never see him.
He get his lunch money taken again.
Yeah, that's because it would then have to be called running through Connecticut. If you had to. Or we would call it security through Connecticut. That's what it would be.
The other one's no better. We have the worst. The other one committed a felony, false valor. He was signing boots in California. He wasn't in Vietnam.
Was he signing boots?
I don't see him doing anything else.
Yeah.
Well,
listen, we have so much ground to cover with Blumenthal. We'll get into that in a second. By the way, I understand today is his 80th birthday. I saw some post about that today.
It looks like 180. That dude looks
You ain't right.
not good.
Werner, you ain't right. Get out of here. You're such a mean guy. All right, man, I'll talk to you.
Enjoy your weekend. He's got a good weekend. Start, chill out, rest, and have a good one. Buddy.
I definitely will. Thank you, buddy.
Chris Murphy's about as interesting as white wall paint.
Yeah.
Not the shiny stuff, like the flat matte stuff.
Flat matte paint?
Oh, yeah. He stands out about as much as whiteout.
Polymarket is the organization that yesterday we talked about briefly. They did the, what's it called? You know what? Hold on. I forgot. I have to play this audio. Because we were talking about Chris Murphy. So forgive me, folks. I was going to move on, but I forgot we have to play this audio. So we were talking about the whole Jeremy Carl thing and about how white culture is, in essence, being dismissed for this, for multiculturalism.
Right. I'm still trying to figure out what black culture is.
Yeah, exactly. Black culture. There's a whole bunch of things. In fact, Adam 12 sent me and said something about black culture is Nissan Altimas and Newports. But I have to fact check that. Anyway.
I'm still trying to get to the point that Irish, Italian, Serbians, Greeks, Polish, these are all the same.
Yeah, but if you calling that white culture is a bad thing, when truth be told, it's just American culture.
Right.
That's all it is.
Right. But and that's what I'm saying. Chris Murphy is like, well, what is specifically white culture?
Yeah.
Well, which flavor white, right?
Yeah.
We asked our friend Matt.
Mm-hmm.
I asked him rather, what flavor Asian are you?
Yes.
I do that to Latinos. What flavor Latino are you? Not to be derogatory, but because I want to know which one you are. Are you Thai? Are you Vietnamese? Are you Korean? Are you?
Yes.
You know what I mean? You have to know.
Absolutely.
So you can't walk up to a white person like, you're white. You eat mayonnaise.
You know what I
know
never
I mean?
hear? Whenever you ask an Asian person what flavor Asian they are, they never say North Korea. It's just something I noticed. Anyway, moving on. I wanted to play this. This was actually interesting. A guy by the name of Jared Taylor is incredibly controversial. And he was talking about when he was 19 years old and incredibly liberal. And he went to Africa. He explains his trip there. Folks, listen closely.
Carefully.
Yes.
Listen.
This is such a good piece.
I was in Senegal for a while. I was in Ivory Coast. And at the time, Ivory Coast was doing very well. Ivory Coast, it certainly wasn't the first world, but people called it the Japan of West Africa because it was doing so well. I hitchhiked to the border of Liberia. And across the border, all of a sudden, there was just this dramatic transformation. Everyone was in rags. There were potholes big enough to swallow a Mack truck. All the buildings were tumbled down. And as was my practice at the time, I was 19 years old. I went to the capital and I went to the university because you could always meet interesting people, young people. And I asked one of the men I met there, I don't mean to be rude, but why is your country such a mess compared to Ivory Coast, right next door? He said, oh, that's an easy question to answer. We did not have the benefit of being colonized by white people. And at the time, as a 19-year-old liberal, I was quite horrified. I'd always thought, or I'd been told, colonization was this ruthlessly exploitative thing. I suppose I'd never thought about it, but if you'd asked me, I would have imagined that the Africans would have invented nuclear reactors and jet engines if we'd just left them alone. I was full of silly ideas, but this guy, to put it so bluntly, that quite staggered me.
He was staggered by it, that even someone in sub-Saharan Africa openly admitted that the reason why we live in squalor and our neighbors did not was because we had not been colonized by the white man.
Well, I mean, if we want to be technical, they had been colonized. They were just sent back to their nation of origin, as many of them wanted.
There's a great African scholar who does a lot of videos on YouTube. He's been very popular lately. And he says he's talking to two African students. He's African, and he's talking to two African students. And he looks at them, and he says to them, what is the African word for maintenance? And the two African kids go, there is no African word for maintenance. He goes, no definition of it at all. He goes, no. He goes, and there lies your problem with Africa. He says, because you can teach them how to build a hut. You can teach them how to build anything. But if you had given them skyscrapers, if you had given them indoor plumbing, if you'd done anything, no one would know how to maintain them. Colonization is important so that you can teach people to maintain things. If you don't have people who can maintain things, nothing stays. It only turns to ruin. Now, people don't have to be able to understand that, and they don't have to be able to like it. But when you ask yourself and look around and do it in a sense that is not judgmental. Do not look at it in this sense of, from these rose-colored glasses of bigotry. Look at the nations. Ask yourself, why is this part of Africa so dilapidated? Why is the People's Republic of Congo not like Japan? And it is simple. No one knows why. I'll tell you. It has not been colonized. And once it becomes colonized, people will maintain it. Because it can't be maintained on its own. It won't be maintained on its own. Deep down, and this is the part you need to understand, and you have to like it, and really, really appreciate it. Even in Jamaica, why do the resorts look so beautiful? And everywhere else, it's not like you don't have a template. It's not like you don't have a place to look at and go, wow, that resort is beautiful. Let's build the same thing. You could, but you don't. And you never ask why.
I got a better example.
Please.
Go to the hood.
Perfect example. Yeah.
They've been colonized. In fact, they built America. Right?
That's true.
We're talking about the African-American community built
That's
America.
what they're told every day.
They worked hard, some of the hardest working, most highest educated, most loyal. Why the hood look like that?
I couldn't tell you. I could come up with a couple of ideas, but
I've lived in Chicago, the south side of Chicago, 103rd and Forest Avenue, right? Like one block up from King, right? So in the hood.
I don't know.
San Antonio.
I think white people are showing up at 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the morning and urinating in the project hallways.
Throwing trash everywhere.
I think that white people show up at 3 o'clock in the morning and write graffiti up on the walls. I had someone told me, do you know somebody told me that? Somebody told me in a real conversation that Chicago's murder rate was 800 people in a year in the hood because white people are coming through Chicago in the middle of the night.
Let me tell you something about that. When I lived in Chicago, 103rd and King, I lived in the Roseland neighborhood, right?
Mm-hmm.
I took the orange line. I took the blue line to the orange line to the red line, and I took 2 buses to get to my neighborhood.
Damn.
By the time I'm on the red line, headed into, was it the red line? Good grief, I can't remember. I'm on the train headed south. Once you get past 35th Street, people like me, not on the train anymore.
That used to be the case in Manhattan.
I had a lady look at me one day, baby, are you lost? I had my headphones on. Excuse me? I said, baby, are you lost? You know we done passed 35th Street, right? You know we done passed. No, I'm fine. Are you sure, baby? Do you know where you going? Yes, thank you, ma'am. I appreciate your help.
We kill people up here, baby, especially that look like you.
I just want you to understand. I stood out.
Yeah, no, I know the drill.
I stood out like a crazy person. Yes. I was the only one. Only one.
I know what you're talking about.
There weren't even Puerto Ricans on the train. I was the most light-skinned person on the bus.
I told you
on the train.
I told you look like a Jewish woman.
Right, but so you're telling me I'm supposed to believe that white folks getting in their nice cars, driving to the hood,
he swore
to
up
go
and
murder black folk.
Listen to me, could not be taken off the ledge, this guy.
I lived there. Let me tell you, one night, little Ellis was a baby, right? And our house, the house we were staying in, was on an alley. Behind the alley, there's a little alley, a dumpster, and then there was a dental clinic. There was this yes. And across the
street. You got to hurry up. Go ahead.
Why don't you, I'll come back and I'll tell you. Because, girl.
We got to take a break.
Girl.
Anyway, when we come back, more news, more views. The stupidest thing I read today is coming up as well. Roseanne is here. It's the day before Valentine's Day. Sue Aller is filling in for Mark Christopher. She's in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center.
I'm Sue Eller from the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. This report is brought to you by Columbia Implant Center in Manchester. Jam-packed both ways on 84 through Hartford. Westbound delays begin right around exit 56 to 50. Eastbound hitting the brakes between exits 44 to 51. Southbound 91, stop and go from about Windsor Avenue down to 84. And then further south, you've got delays between exits 19 and 17, and Route 2 westbound slows up as you head up towards 84. Traffic might be at a standstill, but your life shouldn't be. Columbia Implant Center in Manchester fast tracks your smile with 1-day procedures and 7-day availability. Visit ColumbiaImplantCenter.com. Stop waiting and start smiling. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
Clouds continuing to spill in. There will be a couple of intermittent snow flurries late tonight with little to no snow accumulation, the low temperature down to 15. We will see a couple of flurries early tomorrow, then partial sunshine with a high temperature of 42. Clear to partly cloudy tomorrow night down to 21 degrees. Periods of sun and clouds on Sunday with a high up to 38. Monday will be a holiday for many folks, cloudy with a high temperature of 40. Tuesday, we will start to see the temperature warm up a bit. As a matter of fact, clouds giving way to sun with a high temperature up to 47. And sunshine filtered through those high clouds on Wednesday, the high temperature 42. This is meteorologist Chad Merrill in the WTIC Weather Center.
History. What you know about Black history?
Odyssey Harper celebrates Black History Month.
Let me refresh your memory.
By honoring icons of excellence.
Carter G. Woodson launched the national effort to teach Black history in America. It's also been 50 years since this observance was formally recognized at the federal level, honoring Woodson's belief that Black history is central to all American stories. Today, this vision lies on as this history is woven into our schools, our homes, and our culture, helping us all appreciate our shared national identity.
History. What you know about Black history?
Odyssey Harper celebrates Black History Month.
Let me refresh your memory.
By honoring icons of excellence.
Brought to you with pride by Goodwin University.
And now, a WTIC news update.
It's 4:30, Hartford temperature 37 degrees. I'm John Silva. WTIC 1080 News. A Darien teacher accused of touching a female student inappropriately did not show up for his court date in Stamford today. Sean Boardman was to have been arraigned. The Darien high school teacher charged after the victim said he touched her on her hip after she told him about an injury last fall. Boardman has been the subject of multiple complaints in the past at other schools where he has taught. There was a fire this morning at a home in Bloomfield. Officials got the word around 2 to the house on fire at East Harold Street. No injuries were reported. There's no word yet on the cause of that fire. 3 juveniles are now under arrest in connection with a fatal shooting in Hamden. Police say Kayvon Washington had gone to town Mix Avenue to sell a car when he was shot. The 3 suspects are now facing felony murder and other charges. Former CNN host Don Lemon has pled not guilty to federal civil rights charges in Minnesota, accused in a protest at a church in St. Paul where an ICE official is a pastor. 4 other people also pled not guilty in the case, including a civil rights attorney and prominent local activist Nakima Levy-Armstrong. Another shutdown for parts of the federal government expected this weekend. Funding for the Department of Homeland Security is expected to expire on Saturday. Lawmakers debate new restrictions on President Trump's immigration enforcement agenda. FBI says the suspect in the Nancy Guthrie disappearance case stands between 5'9" and 5'10", with an average build, wearing a black 25-liter Ozark Trail hiker pack. They released a wanted poster today as that investigation is now headed into its 14th day. On Wall Street, in a mixed bag, the Dow gained 48 points, the NASDAQ dropped 50, S&P was down 3 points. For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
Let me tell you one of the reasons I think we became the largest injury firm in the world, and it's not even close. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. My wife and I had a plan early on. In our firm, our lawyers only work on certain types of cases. Our products liability and dangerous drug lawyers only work on those cases. Same for car crashes, workers' compensation, medical malpractice, and insurance disputes. Our thinking is for these lawyers to focus on one area of the law and live it and breathe it. Power comes from knowledge. Many lawyers do everything, jack of all trades. Not us. And we don't charge an hourly rate. You only pay us if we win. If you want to hire us, it's easy. Dial Pound Law on your cell phone, pound 529, or visit forthepeople.com on your phone or computer from the comfort of your own home. Let us get to work for you. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com. Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Nicholas Russo, 157 Church Street, New Haven, 06510.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Tax
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/radio. That's ethos.com/radio.
Stay locked in. Reese on the Radio is on WTIC News Talk 1080.
I'll let you finish your story in a minute. What happened?
I was going to tell you my story. I was just going to finish.
No, we'll talk about it because we're not going to have enough time now unless you're going to
I'm almost done. It's really quick.
Okay, go ahead, real quick.
Okay, so the little alleyway, there's this crazy guy that used to walk through the alley every night. I mean, screaming at the top, like arguing with who knows what. Well, one night we're sitting in our room and there's just all these cop cars. Now, our street is a one-way. The alley is a one-way. There were cop cars going up and down every which way. There were cop car stops like in the alley right next to our door. Now, the door is wide open, right? It's like 10 o'clock at night. I don't know why the door is open, but whatever. There were cops driving up and down. There was a helicopter. Apparently, they were looking for this guy who was running through the yards. Dude had managed to get on top of the houses and was jumping from rooftop to rooftop with a gun.
Wow.
And drugs. And there was just, cops everywhere. It was fanatical. So that's the neighborhood that I lived in Chicago.
So when did they arrest Jussie Smollett?
Oh, I wasn't there for Juicy. I wasn't there for Juicy.
I was saying that was Juicy. Anyway, you know, the immigration thing is like, you know, usually these immigrants are very, very funny when they talk to me all the time. I always laugh when they say, you know, they say that Americans are angry because immigrants come into the country and make money and then send it back to their home country. I'm like, first of all, nobody is upset about that. But that being said, if that is the point, you know, I think I can't remember who it was. I want to say it was Gillis that, you know, with all of this talk about how enriching it is to have these immigrants who come into the country and send money back. The thing that I never notice, or the backup story to that is that if you were coming to a place to work and then sent the money back, and then when you got home, the economy of said country was getting better, right? It's sort of like a siphoning. You know, of like the riches here were ending up there in that country. And then when you went back, you come back and you're like, wow, look at my beautiful country.
Somalia, for example.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's like, look how much more beautiful. All the money I sent back is turned into a beautiful utopia. Never happens.
Never.
Never happens. So in essence, so you come to the greatest nation in the world to only do nothing for the country you come from. Yeah, that's it. And that's what it is. You don't improve.
Well, if it's so bad here, right? It's so bad here. It's so racist here. Why are you here?
Well,
why
that's the reason.
Why is everybody trying to come here? And the other thing is, if you've come here and you've managed to earn a lot of money, get your degree, and become this highly educated, go back to your home country and make it better. Don't stay here and gripe about how racist we are. Go back to your home country and make it better.
I think that's the rub.
And then show us how amazing it is because of you. You're welcome.
Roseanne, I think that's the rub. I think the rub
They just want to be angry.
No. I think that's the rub. The rub is that they know that their country is garbage. Sorry. They just know that it is.
I will not say that.
No, they know that their country is garbage. They know that it is. I get the sense of having pride for your country. But my point is that you don't have enough pride to stay there and make it better. You'd prefer to go to another country and make that worse.
You know, I did that. I idealized Texas so much. I want to be around my culture. I want to be around my family. I want to be around my people. I want to eat my food. And then I get there.
That didn't age well.
I got there and I was like, oh my God. Yeah. It just was not where I wanted to be. That doesn't mean I sat here in Texas and griped about how crappy it is while looking at how amazing Virginia is, you know?
We'll be back. More news, more views. Reese on the radio, Roseanne on the radio. Let's get to Sue Eller. She is in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center.
I'm Sue Aller from the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. What a mess on the northbound side of 91. A serious accident. All lanes right now are shut down right at Country Club Road, exit 20, but the closure starts right around 691, exit 18, so it's just stop and go through this area. Definitely want to avoid it. On the southbound side, you're stop and go from about Windsor Avenue down to 84, and then further south, you're also slow as you pass that crash site. 84 westbound slows down between exits 56 and 50. Eastbound hitting the brakes between exits 44 and 51, and Route 2 westbound slows down as you approach 84. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
Well, we've got a clear sky out there now, but it will cloud up overnight. We will have intermittent snow and flurries late tonight, probably after midnight. Little to no snow accumulation, the low temperature down to 15. So start the holiday weekend or the extended weekend, a couple of flurries early, then a mix of sun and clouds with a high of 42. Clear to partly cloudy tomorrow night, down to 21 degrees. Now on Sunday, periods of sun and clouds up to 38. Cloudy on Monday, the high temperature 40. And then we warm up on Tuesday, clouds giving way to sun up to 47. And filtered sunshine on Wednesday, the high 42. Right now, 39 in Wallingford, 36 in Rocky Hill, and 37 degrees in Hartford. This is meteorologist Chad Merrill in the WTIC Weather Center.
Looking for the best ways to prepare for retirement this year? Then be sure to tune in to Johnson Brunetti's Money Wisdom tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. right here on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Columbia Dental has great care close to home. Our state-of-the-art network connects all 12 Connecticut locations, making appointments easy. Plus, our Waterbury office now offers a prosthodontist for specialized care. Schedule your appointment today, 860-645-0111.
Start the new year off on a healthier note by taking active liver supplements from New Nordic every day. Available online at Amazon or newnordicusa.com or at your local CVS, ShopRite, Meijer Grocery, or Wegmans.
Hi, this is Eric Hogarth, certified financial planner from Money Wisdom. 1 in 3 retirees wish they'd started saving sooner. Don't leave your future to chance. Stay informed on the latest financial issues that could impact your retirement, from taxes to rising healthcare costs. Be sure to tune into Money Wisdom Saturdays at 8:30 on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Johnson Brunetti is a marketing name for the businesses of JB Capital and JN Financial. Investment advisory services offered through JB Capital, LLC. Insurance products offered through JN Financial, LLC.
Life can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to go through it alone. On my podcast, From the Heart with Rachel Braithen, I share openly and vulnerably about everything life brings us and what we can learn by living with our hearts a little bit more open. Every Friday, a new episode brings you a new story with topics on self-care, motherhood, healing, and more. You are enough, just the way you are. And this podcast is a reminder of that. Follow and listen to From the Heart with Rachel Braithen wherever you get your podcasts.
Brian Shackman here for CertaPro Painters. Now is the time. Go get that free estimate from CertaPro Painters. Man, they will give it to you quick, and they'll do the work as quick as they gave you that estimate. They did our kitchen, and it was exquisitely done. I kid you not. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated right here in our community. Schedule that free estimate online at CertaPro.com. That's Certa with a C. And when choosing a painting professional, the choice is simple. Choose happy, choose CertaPro Painters.
When was the last time you watched your home movies? Disasters strike unexpectedly. Every year, American families lose the one thing they'd run back into a burning building for: their family's memories. Hi, I'm Nick.
And I'm Adam. We started Legacy Box to help save your family's most important recorded moments so you don't have to worry.
Load Legacy Box with your old movies, film reels, and shoeboxes of photos.
We work our digitizing magic, converting those memories right to the cloud so they're safe and accessible forever.
It's fast, we always send your originals back, and it's done right here in the USA.
Over 1 million families have trusted Legacy Box. Better Homes and Garden, Real Simple, and Inc. Magazine are all talking about Legacy Box.
New York Times columnist David Pogue says, "Have them digitized. I wish I'd done it sooner." Take action. Save your family's memories today with Legacy Box.
Go to legacybox.com/value to get an incredible 50% off your Legacy Box. That's legacybox.com/value for 50% off while supplies last. legacybox.com/value.
The NAACP calls him, whoa, I don't think I'm allowed to read this. It's Reese on the Radio. Let's just say some people are not fans. On News Talk 1080, WTIC.
I got a broken chair over here, and I'm still trying to figure out how the hell it operates, because it, like, the arm is broken off. And, you know, Brian is not a big dude. And whatever it is, he just seemed to have ripped an arm off of this. I mean, what could have possibly... Did he see the bill for his kid's college tuition? Is that what happened? He just ripped the damn thing off. $90,000! Just tore the damn thing off. Anyway, is this who I think it is? Is this my good friend and brother from another mother, Matty O?
Hello, Mr. and Mrs. Hopkins. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great.
That I'm glad to hear.
No politics today. I just called to give you props on that song. I mean, I could see that playing on the radio. That was really well done.
Thank you, sir. I really appreciate that. I didn't even know you were listening. I thought, are you doing okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing better.
You're on the mend.
Yeah, I'm on the mend.
Okay, good. That I'm glad to hear because I want to see you soon, and I haven't seen you in a while since you helped us get our king-size bed in the back of your truck. Weird story, but he still helped us. Where was that? In Southington? Stonington? Southington. Yeah, he helped us out. We went over there to Bob's to go pick up the bed. So I really appreciate that. So I know I owe you dinner, and I need to get together with you as soon as possible, okay?
Yeah. I'll text you, and I'd love to see you guys.
All right, absolutely, and I'm glad you're doing okay. So thank you for the kudos on the song. I worked incredibly hard talking about the thing that Roseanne loves most, everything.
Who sung that, by the way?
Let's just say it wasn't me.
I didn't think so.
Thank you, Matt.
Take care.
You got it. Bob is in Middletown. Rob is in Middletown. Hi, Rob.
Hey, Reese. Happy anniversary, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Your lovely missus.
Thank you.
You know what they say, behind every great man is a good woman.
Or the woman who's pushing you out the door. What's up with you, buddy?
Nothing, man. Just calling to wish you the best. Enjoy your weekend, sir.
Thank you so much, man. You be safe out there and keep it warm, okay?
I will. You too, brother.
Thank you, man.
Take care.
You got it. You know, we do lighten it up on Fridays usually, because even when there's news out there. But I was watching this video before we left the house today, and it was one of these influencers or the guys who do these funny videos, and he had done the day 11 breakdown of the Savannah Guthrie, Nancy Guthrie thing.
Oh, boy.
So, yeah, it was pretty bad. But anyway, it's one of those videos, if you watch it online, where the guy goes, day one, and still shock and horror.
It's a progressive timeline.
Yeah, progressive timeline. Exactly. Thank you for the accurate description. So in essence, he breaks it down like what his attitude was like day 1, day 2, day 3. And of course, in the beginning, it was like, oh my God, it was like, who would do this, blah, blah, blah. Day 5, he's getting into conspiracy theories. It's like, oh, it's this, and who was that?
Did it.
It
Look
was
at
the
those
sister
dead eyes.
Yeah, exactly. He says the sister did it. Look at those dead eyes. He goes through this whole thing. But what's crazy is, and I watched it because I knew it was going to happen.
It resonated with you.
It resonated with me. So he gets to day 11, and he's looking at his phone, and he looks up, and whoever he's talking to, he goes, they ain't find it yet? All right. And he looks down, and I went, that's what I'm fearful of right now. And here's why. And it's not, John Silva does the bottom of the hour and the top of the hour news here. And his report, just like yesterday's Fox report, is evidence of what I'm saying, that the news media is getting tired of the story. It's still an important story. I don't want anybody to think I'm being mean here or dismissive. This is a woman who is missing and in my view, may very well not be alive. There's a likelihood of that,
right,
in my view. But with all of that, here's why I know that the news media is losing its interest and it's trying to find a way to back away from this story and sort of because it used to be nonstop wall-to-wall coverage. It's going to have to lighten its load, so to speak, because of this. When you were telling me that it's breaking news that the FBI said that not just found a glove. No. That the FBI says that he may be 5'9" or 5'10". That's breaking news. That's not breaking news.
I know who it is.
Yeah, exactly.
It's Matt Lauer. No.
That's not a news story. It isn't. I mean, that could be anyone. Do you understand that the average height is somewhere around 5'9", 5'10"?
Yeah.
Like, that is not a breaking news. And we're talking, like, in fact, somebody said on Fox, and said his height is 5'9", is about as relevant as saying everybody in Tempe, Arizona is responsible.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, that's how ridiculous this is. And in my head, I'm going, what? Now, I've heard people try to throw the angles. White Mike has said that, the husband worked with Epstein, Savannah Guthrie, and the survivors, and all this other stuff, and trying to attack. I get it. Fine. But when you're searching for an interest in a story that should already naturally have an interest, here's what I mean. Do you remember Elizabeth Smart?
Yeah.
How much do you remember that?
Isn't that the little girl they found in the woods tied to a tree or something?
No, that's another woman.
Was that the little girl
She was
that
the one who
in her
actually gave
house?
birth. She gave birth to
snap.
her captor's children while she was found in
the basement.
No, she was found in the woods.
Okay.
But the Elizabeth Smart thing, which was crazy, told you how brazen the Elizabeth Smart thing was. They addressed Elizabeth Smart up to look like one of these religious fundamentalists. And her captors were taking her out on the street. There's one story where they took Elizabeth Smart to a party. And they were just, they took her to a party or a gathering or whatever it was that they go to. And they were just bringing her around. Crazy part, also another story that people forget. When Elizabeth Smart was finally found, the police officer who saw her says, "Are you Elizabeth Smart?" Do you know what her answer was?
I'm assuming she said no.
She said no. She was so scared that she didn't even want to tell the police officer who she was.
Mm-hmm.
That story was a huge story because, of course, it is a kid. Now, I'm not saying that it's because she's 84 years old with a pacemaker. Most of the interest was about Savannah Guthrie, but guess what? All of the theories have not panned out. And people are running out of theories. And the only one left is this really, really interesting theory about the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing. No one wants to touch that.
What is this Epstein theory?
I'm so glad you asked.
Open door, walk to it.
White Mike is on the line. Mike, do you care to throw in? Roseanne's never heard your theory, and I know you said it the other day at the end of the show. Care to enlighten us?
Oh, man. Well, so it's kind of hard to make it concise, but Savannah Guthrie is in the FBI files and the Epstein files. The girl she interviewed was one of Epstein's recruiters. The girl tells the FBI agents, "I gave Savannah the same list I gave you of these victims, and we've not seen Savannah's list ever."
Right.
Harvey Levin is in the Epstein files, referred to as Harvey, who is rough on young boys. Harvey Levin is a well-known homosexual. Why does Harvey Levin's group TMZ get the ransom note first? Why? Of all the people you can give it to, why Harvey Levin?
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's all connected. I think this is an
gay?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Well, no, he's on the island. He's on the island.
Right, but I didn't know he was gay.
Yes.
Yeah, super gay.
You don't know
super
that Harvey
gay.
Levin is gay?
I don't watch that stupid show. I don't care about celebrities.
Okay. All right. Yes, he's homosexual.
Okay.
So my theory is, which is totally unprovable, is that somebody, intelligence agency, either ours or the Mossad, hired some bum to snatch the old lady, get her to the van with the promises of some money. And, of course, crackhead Julio's buried in the desert somewhere outside Tucson now. And this lady's being held till Savannah fesses up the files.
I don't know. I think because they said that her pacemaker disconnected from her phone and her watch, I think that's when she I think she's
You think
she's
that's when
dead.
she
No,
expired?
I think she died.
No, it's when she got out of range from her watch.
Right.
That's all.
You
It's a
don't.
Bluetooth connection.
Do you really believe that she's still alive though?
Sure, absolutely.
Okay, because something in my and let me tell you why. Because you know how this situation is one, they didn't take her meds. I think that was one of the stories, that they didn't take her medication that she had to have. But I'm under the impression that whoever this was, Amateur Hour, is dealing with an 84-year-old woman who has other ailments, if you will, and whether or not they'll be able to maintain her sort of regimen to keep her alive.
And if it's an op by the intelligence agencies, they know her meds already and they have them.
Okay. And you think, you're talking about this as like an operation that is keeping her alive.
Of course. I don't think some random people who look this incompetent are going to be smart enough to put together a Bitcoin wallet. Okay?
I will say this.
But look.
Okay, so wait a minute. I'm just going to throw the theory at you. You don't think this guy that was at the front door or on the Google Nest thing is some amateur? Because the guy looks like an amateur.
No, I told you. I think he's an amateur that they hired to get the old broad from the house to the van.
Ah, okay. Yeah, so in essence, like he's the patsy.
Yeah. And then he's dead in the desert with hundreds of other people that are dead in the desert, buried in shallow graves.
Right. Okay. Good point.
But so let's get to Epstein real quick.
Yeah.
The reason it's important is getting attention is not because of the surface level, oh, he was trafficking teenage prostitutes.
Right.
That's not it. If that was it, I wouldn't care, because all our heroes, all our rock and roll heroes throughout history have been banging teenage girls. I don't really care about it.
Right.
It's not my issue. But I think the worst thing is happening there. We literally have been shown in the files, it appears they're sacrificing and eating babies and turning their bones into diamonds. That's what's important.
There is a lot of discussion about that in these files.
Why is Leon Black, the guy who owned Chuck E. Cheese and America's largest class photo taking company, kicked out of Epstein's parties for reportedly biting little kids in their no-no square?
Oh.
Wow.
Why does this guy have a $5 million jewelry collection insured in a safe deposit box that he hadn't had reappraised in over 5 years?
Allegedly. Wow. Listen, now, here's the thing.
People don't do that.
Recently,
people face this stuff all the time.
Now, there has been some fallout. What's the guy's name again? The guy who owns the photographing company?
Oh, Leon Black. But
Yeah.
he's sold it out. But his son also works for the Treasury Department.
Well, no. There has been a response to his involvement in the Epstein files. Now there are schools who are now saying you just saw that they've cut their ties with that photography company.
Oh boy!
No, I know. I'm
God,
just
though,
saying.
Take back all the millions of photos they have already. And why is the pedo own Chuck E. Cheese? Yeah. Well, don't you think that owning Chuck E. Cheese and the school photo company, when you're a known pedo, is a little freaky, creepy?
Yeah.
And maybe I should put some stuff together. Okay? I'm telling you, buddy, I'm to the point now. I believe it all. Once I found out they're eating babies and turning their bones into diamonds, I believe in Jewish space lasers blazing on Malibu and Maui now. That's it, man. I believe everything.
Listen to me. I think that this. As much as a lot of people say that it plays to the basic and the most common denominator of conspiracy theorists, I'm just telling you, I refuse not to. You say it to me all the time. You go, it'd be cool if you did. I'm just saying, I'm hedging just a little bit. I'm hedging.
I just saw a list. I saw a list of the people that Jeffrey Epstein emailed the most. About everybody, and except for the one wacky Saudi prince, every one of those people kind of like doesn't eat bacon. Okay, so my theory is right that if you were in Epstein's circle, you got to engage in the surface level perversion because it was useful to the intelligence community for you to do that.
Yeah.
So they bring you in, low level politician, and they set you up with a teenager. They get you with all this stuff.
You know what?
The really, really dark stuff, like the eating babies and the sacrifices, that's not for the regular person because that's religion.
Yeah. Let me just say this real quick.
Bill doesn't get to do that. Bill's not part of the club. He doesn't get to engage in
he doesn't get
ceremony.
Yeah, he doesn't get to be a part of that. You're 100% right because he's not even implicated there. I will tell you this. What do you make of, real quick, and I've only got like 30 seconds, what do you make of the Nancy Mace revealing a couple of names just recently, one, of course, being David Copperfield?
Oh, gosh. Another chicken slinger. I'm surprised.
That's it. You're out of here. That's nothing. It's a long story. I got to show you the video. Goodbye. Why, Mike? Why do I do it to myself?
What's a chicken slinger?
I will show you the video. He will explain it to you later. He is such a ridiculous person. Don't even ask me what it is. I'm not going to tell you. Let's get another check of weather and traffic. In from Mark Christopher, Sue Aller in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center.
I'm Sue Aller from the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. Got one lane open now on the northbound side of 91, right at exit 20 with a collision. It is just jam-packed over here. Delays start right around exit 17. Just stop and go delays. Southbound, of course, you're going to be slow through this area. We're also slow on the southbound side of 91 as you head into 84. And in Hartford, 84 is just jam westbound, hitting those brakes between exits 56 and 50. You've got eastbound slowdowns beginning right around exit 44 84 to 51. Route 2 slam packed on the westbound side as you head towards 84. More delays over the Founders Bridge. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC.
Need good tech advice?
Must be a computer error.
Tune into the Gold.com award-winning Computer Talk with Tab. Saturday mornings 9 to 11 on WTIC News Talk 1080.
God, I love technology.
Eric Semmel and Dennis Howland of Tab Computer Systems will keep you updated with tech news you can use and answer your technology questions live on the air. Miss a program? Be sure to subscribe to the podcast and tune in from anywhere via the Odyssey app. Computer Talk with Tab. Saturday mornings on WTIC News Talk 1080. There's a lot happening in Washington and in your local neighborhood. Follow WTIC News Talk 1080 on the Odyssey app to keep up with the latest. WTIC weather.
Clouds continuing to spill in. There will be a couple of intermittent snow flurries late tonight with little to no snow accumulation, the low temperature down to 15. We will see a couple of flurries early tomorrow, then partial sunshine with a high temperature of 42. Clear to partly cloudy tomorrow night down to 21 degrees. Periods of sun and clouds on Sunday with a high up to 38. Monday will be a holiday for many folks, cloudy with a high temperature of 40. Tuesday, we will start to see the temperature warm up a bit. As a matter of fact, clouds giving way to sun with a high temperature up to 47. And sunshine filtered through those high clouds on Wednesday, the high temperature 42. This is meteorologist Chad Merrill in the WTIC Weather Center.
This is WTIC News Talk 1080 with Brian and Company in the morning, Reese on the radio in the afternoon, and news around the clock. WTIC and WTIC FM HD2 Hartford and Odyssey Station.
5 o'clock, Hartford temperature 33 degrees. Good afternoon. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News. Connecticut skating sensation Max Naumoff did not medal at the Olympics, but he is earning a lot of fans. Skating students and their parents watch the men's free skate at Max's new professional home, the Skating Club of Boston, and WTIC's Dave Mager was there.
There were cheers and some gasping as Naumoff fell twice during his routine, but otherwise skated beautifully to the British band The Irrepressibles. About 25 people gathered around to watch live, some from the program where Max teaches.
We're all really proud of Max, and this hasn't been an easy year for him, so to see him go out and do that, to skate the way that I know and we all know that he could, it's just, we're all really proud of him.
The 24-year-old skating in memory of his parents, Vadim and Evgenia, killed in last year's D.C. plane crash. No medal this time, but he told NBC he fought with everything he has. In Norwood, Massachusetts, Dave Mager, WTIC 1080 News.
In Hamden, police have arrested 3 juveniles in the shooting death of a man last month. Detectives say 18-year-old Kayvon Washington was attempting to sell his vehicle on January 17th. He was shot on Mix Avenue, later died at Yale New Haven Hospital. Detective Haley Zarzuela singled out Washington's family at a news conference today.
There are no words that can ease the pain of losing a loved one in such a senseless act of violence. Our hearts are with the family, and we are grateful for their strength, their patience, cooperation, and understanding during this incredibly difficult time.
The suspects are all facing felony murder and other charges. Police say their investigation is ongoing. A Brazilian au pair convicted in a murder plot involving her boss and lover has been sentenced to 10 years in prison.
The facts of this case demonstrate an intentional and calculated level of violence that is the most serious manslaughter scenario that this court has ever seen.
Juliana Perez Magalhaes was having an affair with Brendan Mainfield. She testified against him in the murders of his wife and the man they lured to the home to take the rap. She pled guilty to reduced charges of manslaughter. Trump administration is suing Harvard over its affirmative action policy.
The lawsuit accuses Harvard of failing to produce documents the Justice Department wants in its investigation into whether Harvard's admissions process discriminates against white applicants. It wants a judge to order the university to turn over the records. Harvard says it has responded to the government's requests and is in compliance with the Supreme Court decision barring affirmative action in admissions. The suit is the latest salvo in President Trump's standoff with Harvard.
CBS's Cammie McCormick. Not guilty plea for former CNN anchor Don Lemon on federal civil rights charges in Minnesota. He's facing charges stemming from an incident at a St. Paul church where an ICE official is a pastor. Lemon says he was reporting on protesters.
I will not be intimidated. I will not back down. I will fight these baseless charges, and I will not be silenced.
Including Lemon, 9 people have been indicted in the case. State Department of Emergency Services and Public Protection overtime got some scrutiny among state lawmakers today. The Appropriations Committee of the General Assembly is considering budget adjustments for the next fiscal year. While the department is budgeted for around $70 million in overtime, agency CFO Melanie Sparks argues it's not what it seems.
Anytime you see a state trooper with an accompanying an Eversource call out, our resident trooper programs, we frequently get requests for assistance from other state agencies. All of that overtime is coming back to either the department if it's paid in year or the state if it's paid after the end of the year it was incurred as reimbursable.
Now, the agency is looking for more grant funding to help with trooper recruitment efforts. Wall Street, the Dow finished up 48 points today. The NASDAQ lost 50. The S&P was up 3 points. For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
Champions are defined not by moments of glory, but by what they put in to get there. On the court, UConn's A.Z. Fudd, Caroline Ducharme, Morgan Shelley, and Sarah Williams show what it takes. And here in Connecticut, BPS Lawyers brings that same commitment in the courtroom.
National champions on the court, local champions in the courtroom. Different arenas, same pursuit of excellence.
One full-service firm, all your legal needs, always.
BPS Lawyers, your lawyers for life. Visit bpslawyers.com.
If you've been injured in an accident, don't let the insurance company decide how much you're worth. At Carter Mario Law Firm, you're more than just a client and more than just a quick settlement. When you get Carter, we'll help you get more. More experience, more attention, and more accessibility. The Carter Mario Law Firm's zero-fee warranty means you pay nothing unless we win. Visit getcarter.com or call 877-GET-CARTER.
The hour that packs a punch. It's Reese on the Radio on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Let's do it.
This could very well be the stupidest person on the face of the earth.
This is the stupidest thing I've read today. An Alabama man wanted on drugs and weapons charges has posted a video denying that he fed methamphetamines to a so-called attack squirrel that he considers a pet. Mickey Polk posted a video on his Facebook page Tuesday as authorities continued searching for him. Polk, who is accused of keeping the squirrel in a cage and giving it meth to make it more aggressive, laughed off the allegations in the video. He said, "You can't give squirrels meth. It would kill them. I'm pretty sure. I never tried it." He said that he said he kept the squirrel as a pet and it was safe and not a threat to anyone. The public isn't in danger in any kind of way from the methed out squirrel in the neighborhood. He's not on meth, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. Not definitively. Just pretty sure. I don't think he's taking my meth.
Did you mention the squirrel's name?
No. The squirrel has a name? What's the squirrel's name? What does it say? Oh, that's right. Yes, I do have the squirrel's name. I totally forgot about that. That's right. The public isn't in danger in any kind of way, he said about the methed out squirrel. Polk faces charges including unlawful possession of a controlled substance and possession of a weapon by a convicted felon. Authorities say he fled when he tried to serve a warrant. By the way, be on the lookout for the meth-addicted squirrel named D's Nuts. God bless him. Oh, they caught him? Oh, they caught him. Poor guy.
Was the weapon the squirrel?
Well, what they're saying is that he fed the squirrel meth so he could attack people. That's just dumb. We gotta go. Let's get weather and traffic. Sue Aller is in for Mark Christopher in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center.
I'm Sue Aller from the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. It's a flipped over car on 91 northbound, slowing you down right at exit 20, Country Club Road. Delays start right around the 15, exit 17. It is just jam-packed. Southbound is going to be very slow through this area. You also have southbound delays on 91 through Hartford to stop and go from about exits 34 to 32. In East Hartford, hitting the brakes westbound on 84 between exits 56 and 50. And then eastbound, loaded up between exits 44 and 51. Route 2 westbound also slows down as you head towards 84. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
Well, the clouds will start to spill in later tonight, and we'll have some intermittent snow and flurries, but just little to no snow accumulation. With that said, with the low temperature of 16, there could be a couple of slippery spots, especially secondary roads early tomorrow. A high temperature up to 42 degrees after a few flurries early tomorrow, so that'll feel good for a lot of us. Clear to partly cloudy down to 21 tomorrow night. Periods of sun and clouds on Sunday up to 38. Sunday night, cloudy down to 24 degrees. Transitioning to Monday, holiday for many folks, mostly cloudy up to 40. On Tuesday, a morning shower, otherwise clouds giving way to some sun with a high temperature up to 48 degrees. A little bit cooler on Wednesday with a high of 39. Right now, 35 degrees in Meriden, 36 in Cheshire, and 37 in Hartford. This is meteorologist Chad Merrill in the WTIC Weather Center.
Each week, Attorney Allaire shares expert tips to help you plan for the future and navigate the complexities of elder law.
Need space in a hurry? Order your storage container at eagleleasing.com or call 1-800-GET-EAGLE and we'll have it delivered on site like that. I'm Mike Eagle, and just remember, don't get stressed, get Eagle. You see us everywhere. We're Eagle Leasing.
Need a space shot? Rent one of our clean, dry, ground-level storage containers from Eagle Leasing today. Call 1-800-GET-EAGLE or check us out and get a quote at eagleleasing.com. I'm Brandon Eagle, and you see us everywhere. We're Eagle Leasing.
Hi, this is Eric Hogarth, Certified Financial Planner from Money Wisdom. There are over 500 ways you can take Social Security. It's a little complicated. So how confident are you that you'll get the most out of your benefits? Explore your filing options by calling 1-800-208-SAFE to get your free Social Security Simplified Guide. That's 800-208-7233 to get your free guide.
Johnson Brunetti is a marketing name for the businesses of JB Capital and JN Financial. Investment advisory services offered through JB Capital, LLC. Insurance products offered through JN Financial, LLC.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-9834. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 five-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-9834. That's 800-575-9834. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
I'm Tom O'Hanlon, and you're listening to Reese on the Radio on WTIC News Talk 1080.
We are back. We are live. Roseanne is here a day before our anniversary, third anniversary. I know you're excited about it, but you want to sit at home, and I'm actually kind of weirded out that
Why?
you don't want to go. Like, I don't know, for some other reason.
You wake up working, you go to sleep working, you go to work working, you come home working, you take a shower, and you're working. Guys, he literally takes his iPad into the shower and watches the news while he showers. You are never...
Nobody's going to believe you when you say that. They're going to think he's watching other stuff. No, I'm watching the news.
It's literally the friggin' news. So for me to have a weekend with you, and I'm going to ban the utilization of anything outside of sending me funny memes. I get to spend all my time with you. You are the person I want to sniff. I want to nibble. I want to kick. I want to poke. You're the person I want to nuzzle and I want to snuggle and I want to kiss. I want to be with you in every way I possibly can, as close as possible, just short of wearing your skin. You like that? That last little part there. No, I was Roland screaming.
Roland said, psycho. Indeed.
No, I want to be able to just, remember when we first got together and we'd do bubble time?
Yes, I do remember that.
Lay in the bed for 20 minutes and do nothing but just snuggle and laugh and talk.
Yeah.
I miss bubble time.
Yeah.
And that's what
we haven't done it in a while.
We have not.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Well, we'll have bubble time this weekend. And we will. Now, Saturday, we'll do bubble time. I promise I will not touch my phone. So all of you out there from Adam 12 to Sam the Man on the Street.
Don't text my man. Don't call. Don't email. Don't text. Don't Facebook. Don't Instagram. Don't do nothing. Saturday, he is all mine. Hands off. I will fight you. I'll fight you.
So...
But seriously, allegedly.
Also, just so you know, hold on. So a lot of people I know we're going out to dinner with Ruddy on Sunday. Mm-hmm. We're not doing anything tomorrow. Tonight, you don't want to do anything at all.
You go shopping? We can go to the mall.
Okay, we'll go shopping.
Okay.
Will that be?
Yeah, because your present didn't show up, so I have to go buy you something in the interim. Don't tell me no. I'm going to buy you something anyway.
I'll find, can I pick it? Whatever I want.
You didn't let me pick mine.
Well, I got you what you wanted.
Okay, I got you what you wanted.
No, I didn't want that. You got that because you thought I wanted it. But I like it. I like what you got me. Okay, never mind. Anyway, I wanted to get to this Poly Market thing. Can we do that?
Poly Market. Just move on.
Okay, thank you.
Shovel down.
So remember yesterday we were talking about Poly Market, and what they did was they put up this store in the West Village at 7th Avenue South. I didn't know this. At 137 7th Avenue South. They built it as New York City's free grocery store. First free grocery store where people could walk in, grab a branded tote bag, fill up with free groceries and household items, produce, meats, toiletries, and more. No purchases or registration required, and then go home. Well, I was trying to figure out, I was like, is this a new thing? Is this for real? No. It opened on the 12th, and it's running for 5 days, up until February 16th. Free groceries are available for only part of that period. Main giveaway days, Thursday and Friday and Sunday, and with Saturday focused on free flowers, cards for Valentine's Day, and on Monday as a community donation day for food drives. It's stocked fully, served thousands on the opening day, and it paired with a $1 million donation to the Food Bank of New York City, plus claims of donating equivalent to 3 million meals. But it is only a pop-up, so it will not be there permanently. Now, I believe, personally, this is a bad thing to do to New York, because like any other government program, once you initiate it, you can't end it, and people will lobby to keep it. You give these people free groceries, and not only that, Mamdani, who's already promised it, I mean, this was sort of like, I think they did it as a thorn in the side to him, because Poly Market and Kelshi, I think, is the company that does this thing as a prediction market gambling thing. Well, they want to deem it as gambling. Letitia James, the Attorney General of New York, as well as Mamdani, they don't like this company, and they want to kind of tax it, or if not, have it in the city at all. They did this to undercut Mamdani. So you give these people what Mamdani has already promised them, they're going to start screaming at Mamdani and saying, hey, when are you going to make this happen? It appears that a capitalist company can give us free groceries. Why can't the Democrat socialists? Here was a woman who showed up, talked to Fox 5, and we played this yesterday, but for those of you who missed it, here it is.
It's a good idea, just for the experience. Right. I don't think it's a good idea for New York to do this all the time or every day on a consistent basis, because it'll lead us back to maybe like Cuba, when they give out food to families and everybody has to come.
So that's a concern for you. Okay.
Yeah, now it should be a concern, because that's how the bread lines start. But the bread lines are never what they are, because Poly Market didn't ask anybody to sign up. It didn't ask anybody what their social economic background was. If you didn't want to spend money on groceries, or if you wanted to save some money on groceries, even though you could afford them, Poly Market gave you the opportunity to do that.
I can't believe we missed it.
I wasn't driving down to New York for no groceries. What are you talking about?
It's free.
We don't do anything. There's no such thing as free.
We don't do New York.
We don't do New York either. We don't do anything like that. Bottom line is that this is going to create a problem. And I said this yesterday, that the biggest problem with this is that it is never just the poor who go. It is also the shiesty, the scumbag. That's who they are. And I'm sorry, I know plenty of these people. So do you folks. You know who they are. Somebody is saying, how much money in groceries can we get? Oh, it's a $200 limit. Somebody's going down there and take advantage of that.
This makes me think about, remember what Chris and I were talking about during COVID, what was sent to us in the mail?
Yes, talk about that.
Yeah. During COVID, I got an EBT card in the mail with a $500 limit.
Mm-hmm. Chris got the same thing.
Right. And I'm looking at this going, what? EBT? I never applied for it. So I'm thinking it's a scam. Well, I call. Well, it's got a phone number, and you never call the phone number on the package. You have to look online and get the legitimate phone. So I call, and it's the same number. And I'm like, okay. So I call it up, and I'm like, yeah, I got this card. And they're like, yep, we're giving it to everybody. And I was like, I don't need it. Well, do whatever you want with it, but it's yours. I threw it away. Now, I know that there's somebody out there going, you idiot. I had no need for it. I didn't. I was working. I was in school. And the boy's father was helping out financially.
Was there a principle thing about that you couldn't use it? What was the reason, in your heart of hearts, why you couldn't take?
I don't need it.
Okay, I get that you don't need it. Right, you didn't need it.
That's for somebody who has a need. I'm taking this money away from somebody else who could potentially need it. I don't need it, right? And then on top of that, we would get emails once a week from the boys' school during COVID. Based on alphabetically where you fell, which day of the week you came to the school to pick up free groceries. Wow. And again, I never took advantage of it because I didn't need it. I have a problem with taking things that I don't need.
Okay. I got you.
If I purchase something that I don't need, that's different. But being handed something that I don't need when there's somebody else who genuinely has a need, it seems... It feels very, I don't know, politician-y.
Icky?
It does. It feels icky.
Yeah.
I feel like an NGO. I feel like I'm at the Leering Center.
That's not nice. No, I find this weird that you and Chris shared that experience, that you got an EBT card. I would have freaked out if I had ever received that. I would have
We got one too.
Did you get one too?
Yeah.
No.
You didn't have any kids. That's probably why you didn't get one.
Probably.
Yeah, we got one too. We use ours though.
Did
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not I'm not above it
I hear you. But wait a minute.
Like Roseanne is.
But do you get my point, Roland, in this whole deal about, look, if you give that to somebody, or if you give them the opportunity to say, hey, if Stop and Shop or ShopRite had decided, you know what, we're giving away $200 worth of free groceries. Even if you are of means, you're going to take advantage of it. Some people are, right?
Yeah, some people are, definitely. Most people, I would say, actually.
Exactly. Whether they need it or not, they're going to take advantage of it.
Right, but if they're reaching into their customer base, right? Because you fill out that little card and you got the little scanner thingy, right?
Sure.
If they're reaching into their client base and they say, hey, we're going to reward some of our customers for whatever, being loyal or whatever the case may be. If for some reason I've done something or I've been part of a group that is somehow being rewarded for loyalty or whatever, that's different. But just the government is giving away free money. We're forcing you to take this shot. You have to stay in your house. You can't be with your friends. You can't go to church. But here, we're going to give you money. Stay inside the house.
I will tell you this,
I took that money too.
It just
Roland, nothing of it felt like when you... Okay, did you use it at the grocery store?
Yeah.
And you did not.
We bought groceries with it.
And
No,
you
he
didn't
went to
feel.
Mohegan Sun with it. Yes, he went.
Did you feel the least bit icky about it?
No.
Not?
Not even a little bit. If a man that's worth $20 billion, and somebody wants to give him extra billion, but there's other people that can use that money, what do you think he's gonna do?
I get it. I totally get it. He'll probably just take it.
He's gonna take the billion and not worry about it. Not saying that I'm not trying to.
I get you.
If it's not like they sent it to me by mistake and I'm like, oh no, and they asked for it back and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I already used it. No, if they sent it to me, then just like they sent it to the neighbors next door to me and across the street from me, we all got, my whole street pretty much got it.
Yeah.
But I'm always thinking, like, what if it's like the FEMA, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're giving you $750 without realizing it's a loan that's building interest, and you're required to pay that money back.
Yeah, FEMA, I don't even want to talk about that.
But I'm saying, like, what is the difference with the SNAP card, the EBT card? Like, how do I know they're not going to be like, well, you took it, so now you have to.
Well, guess what? But they're going to do that whether you spend it or not.
That's true, but I wasn't giving them no leverage.
But wait a minute, hold on. Okay, because Adam 12 is in here. He said, laugh out loud, we got one too for my daughter. We used it like rolling. We didn't feel bad either. Okay, I don't want to morally judge anybody.
No, it's not about, it doesn't.
Everybody has
I got you, but I'm asking this question. Okay, so can I put it under a different scenario?
Go ahead.
For everybody, okay? If they had mailed you the old food stamp booklet, would you have used it?
I sure would have.
Adam 12.
Counting them out, tearing them off. I did it when I was a kid. It's no different.
Okay, I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't have done. Either one I couldn't do.
It just doesn't feel, it didn't feel, it didn't sit right with my spirit, and since it didn't sit right with my spirit, I wasn't going to do it.
Is it because because you didn't ask for it and then someone giving it to you?
Okay, let me be honest with you. When the ex and I first split up, and I was like, listen, I'm not working right now. It's just me and the boy. I got to pay this rent. I got all these bills to pay. I need your help. This mother father looked at me, on the phone, and he said, go get welfare. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what he told me. Go get welfare.
Dome.
Meanwhile, he's in Germany living his best life. He's 3 degrees. And, the new girlfriend in the apartment. Like, he's got all this, stuff free flowing into his world. And he's like, go get welfare. And I was like, first of all, that's some hockey. That's some bull hockey, right? I'm a Latina. Your son is black. I'm divorced now. These are all the things that put me in every single, I am just ticking every freaking stereotype box. Heck no. Abso-friggin-lutely not. So when I get this EBT card, I kind of feel like maybe a part of me was going, I resisted the urge to take the easy way out. Then I refuse to take the easy way out now.
Okay. That makes sense.
I have never, outside of WIC, I have never depended on the federal government for my sustainment. I've always worked. When I couldn't work, I joined the military. When I got done with the military, I collect my veterans, my disability, and I go to school. I do everything I can to maintain myself. I'm not depending on other people. I'm not depending on the federal government because I got 2 arms, 2 legs, 2 eyes, and healthy lungs. If God forbid all things fell apart between you and I right now, I'd still be okay.
Adam 12 said if they had given him the food stamp booklets, he said he would have spent that easy. He spent that too. Damn! Y'all are gully.
Man. I mean, you never forget where you're from. And I'm gonna appreciate it.
I can get that too.
I'm gonna apprate that.
I can see both sides of it, but you said never forget where you come from, brother. I never forget. That's why I'm never going back.
Yeah, me either. But I'll take a little bit of this and that every now and then if you throw it my way.
I've been homeless. I've been hungry. I've been on the streets. I've survived some horrible things.
I lived in a '93 Honda Accord, so.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I'll never forget where I came from. But
I know maybe there's I can
of.
agree with the point. There's maybe there's a sense of too much pride that I couldn't take the money when necessary. Because you never know. Like, it's not like.
If I needed it, it would have been a different story.
Yeah, I hear you.
Had I been
exactly.
in a position of need, different story. But I didn't need it.
I got you.
I was capable at that point.
It makes sense. Let's get another check on traffic and weather before we wrap this puppy up. In from Mark Christopher, Sue Aller is in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center.
I'm Sue Aller from the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. 91 northbound, right around exit 20. Still some activity, but it looks like all lanes are open with this flipped over car. It is about 20 minutes to get through this. Southbound also slow through the area. 91 through Hartford slows down as you approach 84. Jam-packed on 84 westbound between exits 56 and 43. And then on the eastbound side, you're hitting the brakes between exits 44 and 51. And Route 2 westbound still slows down as you head up towards 84. Looking good though on the Wilbur Cross and no major slowdowns on 291. Traffic and weather together on the 8th. WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
Clouds continuing to spill in. There will be a couple of intermittent snow flurries late tonight with little to no snow accumulation, the low temperature down to 15. We will see a couple of flurries early tomorrow, then partial sunshine with a high temperature of 42. Clear to partly cloudy tomorrow night down to 21 degrees. Periods of sun and clouds on Sunday with a high up to 38. Monday will be a holiday for many folks, cloudy with a high temperature of 40. Tuesday, we will start to see the temperature warm up a bit. As a matter of fact, clouds giving way to sun with a high temperature up to 47. And sunshine filtered through those high clouds on Wednesday, the high temperature 42. This is meteorologist Chad Merrill in the WTIC Weather Center.
Hey, it's Eric Erickson letting you know you can now hear me weekdays, noon till 2, right here on WTIC. Now you can listen live every day. I'll cut through the talking points and get straight to the truth. I'm going to give you my unfiltered take on politics, culture, and faith and cover all the news as it happens. Join me weekdays, noon till 2. It's the Eric Erickson Show on WTIC News Talk 1080.
And now, a WTIC news update.
35 degrees at 5:30. I'm John Sill. The Hamden police have arrested 3 juveniles in connection with the killing of a teenager last month. Officers say the victim, 18-year-old Kayvon Washington, had shown up to an area of Mix Avenue January 17th with the intent of selling a car. Detectives say Washington was shot, later died at Yale New Haven Hospital. 3 suspects are facing felony murder and other charges. Darien high school teacher accused of touching a female inappropriately did not show up for his court date in Stamford today. Sean Boardman was to have been arraigned. The teacher charged after the victim says he touched her on the hip after she told him about an injury. Boardman has been subject to multiple complaints at other schools where he has taught as well. In New Haven, city began a school bus camera program a couple of weeks ago. Already, there have been over 900 violators logged, that according to city officials. The fines are steep, $250 to start, and if you're nabbed by a cop, can run as high as $475. Early morning fire in Bloomfield remains under investigation. The call came in around 2 this morning, the home on East Harold Street. Crews rolled up to the scene, were met by smoke and flames. Those inside were able to make it out safely. The USS Gerald R. Ford has been ordered to sail from the Caribbean Sea to the Middle East. That's according to a person familiar with the matter. Puts more American firepower behind President Trump's efforts to get Iran to sign a deal over its nuclear program. And once again, this Valentine's Day, couples looking to tie the knot can do so down at Old Mystic Village. Wedding officiant Marie Tyler Wiley's been doing this for 25 years. Those wishing to get married need to have a marriage license from Stonington Town Hall beforehand. The ceremonies take place Saturday from 10 a to 2 p or until all couples who show up are hitched. On Wall Street today, the Dow finished up 48 points. The NASDAQ lost 50 and the S&P was up 3 points. For these stories and more, go to WTIC.com. I'm John Silva, WTIC 1080 News.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. After my husband died, the last thing I wanted to think about was money. Ethos made it affordable to get life insurance. Signing up was fast and 100% online. I knew that I could pay our mortgage and have food in the fridge. I could focus on my kids. No one ever tells you how much you're going to depend on that policy. I am so grateful we had coverage.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/save. That's ethos.com/save. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Chuck McDowell here again. Over the years, I've seen way too many timeshare exit companies pop up, take folks' money, and disappear. I just saw an ad from an exit company started by a couple of bozos that used to work for me. My advice, don't hire bozos out fire. Want out of your timeshare? I'll send you our free timeshare exit info kit explaining your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley for your free kit. 800-329-3737. That's 800-329-3737.
At Uline, the prevailing opinion is, if you don't live it, you don't believe it. The people at Uline believe in hard work, and they live it by being there 24/7 to answer your call, having 41,000 items in stock, and offering same-day shipping from 12 locations across North America. Business owners, sellers, buyers, shippers, and packers believe it. Uline is the hard-working, dependable source for your shipping and industrial supplies. Visit uline.com.
What's up, everybody? I'm Nick Costos, and watching sports isn't a hobby, it's a lifestyle. And my show is not a job, it's a passion. From the NFL playoffs to the NBA and everything in between, celebrate sports with me every day on You Better You Bet from 9 a.m. to noon Eastern. Download the Odyssey app now and listen to Westwood One Sports from anywhere. It's You Better You Bet with me, Nick Costos, live and interactive Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to noon Eastern, presented by BetMGM.
The Odyssey app lets you jump back to the moments you missed from WTIC News Talk 1080. Download the free Odyssey app, search WTIC News Talk 1080, and tap earlier today to get started.
We had some music birthdays to celebrate, but I was going to talk about them. But one, Mark Christopher's not in, so I can't really kind of celebrate them with him. So I'm stuck here with you talking about music, and because you don't know any of these people.
No, I don't. But stuck here with you.
Stuck
Could you be
here
a little...
with you doing the music thing, and you just don't know any. Okay,
Stuck
Peter.
here with you.
Peter Gabriel.
Yeah, I know Peter Gabriel.
And how do you know Peter Gabriel?
Didn't he do that Head in a Box video?
No. What?
The talking head, Max
No.
Headstrom.
No, In Your Eyes from the
In Your Eyes.
Yes,
yeah, that one?
Yes.
Okay.
He used to be the lead singer of Genesis.
Oh, I like Genesis.
Yes, you do. You like the Phil Collins Genesis. Right. Yeah, he used to be the lead singer of that group.
Great.
Yes.
Awesome. Happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday to him. He's turning 76.
There
26,
we go.
26. Got that wrong. Are you familiar with Henry Rollins by any chance? Henry Rollins, he's kind of a punk firebrand, part of a group called Black Flag. He's turning 65.
Happy birthday, Mr. Rollins.
Okay. Also, English British pop singer by the name of Robbie Williams. Are you familiar with him?
Nope.
Robbie Williams was the guy who I showed you that story. He was on Graham Norton. You remember that?
Sure.
Graham Norton is the English talk show.
You don't have to explain it. Just sure.
Do you know it?
Yeah, that's the guy who he does the funny things and the people, the celebrities, and they do funny stuff.
They
and
do
it's
funny
really
stuff. You remember that this guy, Robbie.
Is this the guy who dated a girl in high school and then she dumped him for another guy?
No.
Okay.
Robbie Williams is the guy who was sitting there when Justin Timberlake and Anna Kendricks were there also on the dais. And he told the story about the time that he was recording an album in a castle. And one of the cleaning ladies came in the middle of the night and asked to touch him inappropriately.
Yes, and nobody believed him.
Nobody believed
until
nobody
like
believed
a decade,
her.
Right.
Yes, nobody believed her.
No,
until
he didn't. Nobody believed him either.
Right.
Until a decade later when he goes back.
To the bar, and everybody says, he tells the story to his bandmates, and they go, oh my goodness, such and such was telling that story, and nobody believed her. That's Robbie Williams. So yeah, it's a funny story. If you don't know who Robbie Williams is, huge story. Huge star in the UK. And he was up during that whole, when the Spice Girls were a big deal back in the day.
Oh.
Yeah, he's very big there. Nobody knows. Yeah, you like the Spice Girls? I didn't know. I wasn't really into the Spice Girls. There was the Ginger Spice Girl was probably the only one. Jerry, whatever her name is.
Never cared
for
Spice Girls.
Not at all? Not even a little bit?
I know you think like I'm totally bubblegummy, but
you are bubblegummy.
Listen, even I have standards.
Spice Girls was too bubblegummy for you?
It was so bad.
How about the Pussycat Dolls?
Nope.
Yeah, well, you loved them too.
Of course he
Roland.
did. They were gorgeous. Britney Spears, I'd rather shove pens in my ears than listen to Britney Spears.
But you like Christina Aguilera.
I love Christina. She's actually talented.
They were both bubblegum.
Oh,
That's
not music.
Let's get a check of weather and traffic. Sue Aller is in for Mark Christopher. You see why I don't do the music section with you. Sue Aller is in for Mark Christopher. He's in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center.
I'm Sue Aller from the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. It's a tough go on 84 in Hartford westbound. You're jammed between exits 55 and 45, and then eastbound, it's a stop and go ride between exits 44 and 51. Now the southbound side of 91 slows down as you approach 84, and then the northbound side of 91, you had an earlier accident, still clearing it up right now, and that's at exit 20. So delays go back to about exit 17. Route 2 westbound, that is jammed as you approach 84. Then you've got more delays over the Founders Bridge and as you exit the Founders Bridge and onto State Street. Traffic and weather together on the 8th WTIC News Talk 1080.
WTIC weather.
The clouds will continue to increase as we go throughout the night, and there will be a period of snow and flurries after midnight and before 6 a.m. Little to no snow accumulation, but all it takes is that thin coating of snow on the pavement to cause a couple of slippery spots. The low temperature down to 15 overnight. Tomorrow, a few flurries early, partial sunshine up to 42 degrees, feeling a little bit like spring out there. The low temperature tomorrow night with a clear to partly cloudy sky down to 21 degrees. And a mix of sun and clouds on Sunday, the high temperature 38, mostly cloudy up to 40 on Monday, and a morning shower on Tuesday. Otherwise, some clouds early, then some sun, up to 48 degrees. So another warm day across the region on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, we fall back to 39 with a mix of sun and clouds. Right now, 35 degrees in Waterbury, 37 in Glastonbury, and 36 degrees in Hartford. This is meteorologist Chad Merrill in the WTIC Weather Center.
Looking for the best ways to prepare for retirement this year? Then be sure to tune in to Johnson Brunetti's Money Wisdom tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. right here on WTIC News Talk 1080.
Start the new year off on a healthier note by taking active liver supplements from New Nordic every day. Available online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com or at your local CVS, ShopRite, Meijer Grocery, or Wegmans.
President Trump said, "I like Newsmax. You like it too." It's true. Millions of Americans agree with President Trump, and they're switching to Newsmax for the news they can trust. They're watching great shows with Greta, Carl Higbie, Rob Schmidt, Finnerty, and more. If you're tired of big media, start watching Newsmax. It's free to start. Go to NewsmaxPlus.com for immediate access. Get all of President Trump's most important events live. Imagine watching Mike Huckabee's Israel special, our Melania documentary, Clint Eastwood, Charlie Kirk specials, even the movie Jesus of Nazareth by Franco Zeffirelli. Once you start Newsmax Plus, you won't stop. So try it for free. Go to NewsmaxPlus.com, then download the app. It's easy. So make the switch to Newsmax Plus today.
Paid for by government. The 1986 to 2021 United States Silver Eagle, the first ever U.S. silver dollar minted in 99.9% pure silver and is the best-selling coin in the world. These original and historic silver dollars have ceased production forever. They will never be minted again. For a limited time only, full pound bags of original U.S. government-struck silver dollars are being released to the public. You can own a full pound of original U.S. silver dollar coins featuring Lady Liberty and the heraldic eagle, never to be struck again. Guaranteed. Call now to secure original United States Silver Eagles by the pound. The first U.S. silver dollars ever to be struck in 99.9% pure silver. Plus, receive a free bonus, an American Collector's Pack valued at over $40 and free shipping with every order. Call 1-800-560-6468 now to secure your full pound bag of United States Silver Eagle coins before they are gone. That's 1-800-560-6468.
What's up, everybody? You know who it is.
You know who it is.
You know who it is. It's Reese on the Radio. Frederick Douglass of the 21st century.
It's WTIC News Talk 1080.
Well, Roseanne, that is it. Before
That's so crazy. What's so fast?
Yeah, it goes by really, really fast when you're here. You take up a lot of the time now. Just, when you're here, I'm communicating with you.
I don't know how to respond to that.
It's supposed to be a nice thing.
Okay, then
It's a nice thing. Which, by the way, when are you going to start the whole, Instagram page or X page for Din Din? When is that ever going to happen?
I don't know. I got to get him some little outfits. I want to make him some little headphones.
Please don't do that. Please
yeah.
don't do that.
Little microphone for Din Din.
Please don't do that.
Absolutely.
Absolutely don't.
Din Din on the radio. Make it a family affair.
Just too much. Anyway, I want to thank all of you for all of the well wishes. If you could, you can find the song.
My Cash App. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You can. I will not do the Cash App. That's Roseanne. Roseanne's song, which I had made for her. I just want you to know that you would be doing me a great gift for Roseanne. If you could find it on YouTube, go to the Reese on the Radio page on YouTube, find it, or just go to my Facebook page, click on it, listen to it, and just, just blow it up a little bit for her. Let her know that you guys like the song.
Every time I hear this song, I cry. It's so
yes,
beautiful.
I know. Come on, let's give her some love. Come on. Here's the part about the dogs. Because all you ever talk about is the puppies. Hey! If it matters, I'm singing background.
She see you, baby, now she got that stare. Wouldn't it be cute while she's fixing her hair? Already got names for the future crew. She's picking their outfits before they're
Well, anyway. So you can find it. It's on my Facebook page, and of course, it's on YouTube. Show her some love. Song's just simply called Roseanne, She Wants Everything. Which completely captures who she is and what she's about. So it really makes you cry every time you hear it.
I love it. It is so beautiful. I know it's cheesy, but
that's okay. It's meant to be cheesy.
It does sort of encapsulate everything that's me, and it makes me appreciate the way that you see me.
Well, I can only see you one way. But, I won't even get into that because that's just another story. Let's go to Jerry in Columbia. How are you doing, Jerry?
Reese, how the hell are you, my friend?
I'm great, sir. What's up?
Hey, I have to go back to yesterday for just a second. And
okay.
I was on the road when I was listening to you, and I wanted to call you so bad and say, Reese, change the subject. Just stop talking. Because when you said women are too dumb to fill out a birth certificate application, and I said to myself, Roseanne, you're going to get about 5 dozen roses right off the bat.
I'm not going to lie. I loved that. I was dying.
She sat right here for the whole thing, Jerry, and she was howling laughing.
I've been married 3 times, and I've never had a problem.
Think it was radio personality hospitalized.
Well, listen, I'm sorry. Yesterday's monologue, by the way, find it at WTIC.com or, of course, go to ReeseOnTheRadio.com to find that monologue. You have to understand, I did not write that monologue, Jerry. That monologue came directly from the heart because I'm so sick and tired of these people telling us how stupid we are. And they have got to be the dumbest people ever.
Right. Black folks are dumb. Women are dumb. I mean.
So I was getting all of these messages. There were people who were driving who couldn't go in the chat room afterwards. Were just like, dude, I couldn't wait to get to the chat room to tell you how crazy that monologue was.
I know. Roseanne, you have to do Britney Spears one more time, please. Oh, and I agree. Christina Aguilera is the best.
Yeah, completely talented, without a doubt. I call them all popcorn music, but if we're talking about people who can sing, yes, Christine. Oh, baby, baby. Okay. Thank you, Jerry. I appreciate it.
Happy anniversary, my friend. I'll let you go. You have a great weekend.
Thank you, man. You got it. You got it, man. Thank you. Scott is in the car. Oh, sorry. Scott is in the car. How are you, Scott?
Hey, brother. How are you?
I'm great, sir. What's up?
Good.
I had to call in and wish you guys a happy anniversary.
Thank you.
I've been listening, and I was listening before when you were talking about the ball and chain. And I'm like, oh, my God, he's in the doghouse. But then I was going to offer up, you're supposed to kind of feather it up a little bit and say, not a ball and chain, she's the wings that make me fly.
Oh, no.
Wings are kind of hard. Wings are kind of make it difficult to do things incognito because they're wings.
Yes.
And they get in the way quite a bit.
Yes.
I'm the clipper of your wings.
Yeah, she is the clipper of my wings.
Of your wings.
Roseanne would never, ever be my wings because, as Roseanne likes to say on her Instagram account, she wants to be famous, but she's lazy.
Yeah.
But
then Roseanne started going on with the, that whole goopy love thing, and I almost reached for my last barf bag. But but I have to say, you two sound awesome together, and there's nothing in this world than being genuinely in love with each other. And at this time of the year, to have your anniversary at this time, it's so special for you guys. I really hope you guys have a great Valentine's Day together.
Thank you so much, and you as well. I hope all of you do as well.
I told you they'd
You got it,
fall
pal.
for
Take
it.
care.
I told you the public would fall for it.
You said they'll fall for
Yeah,
what?
they'll fall for it. I told you, and we decided to put this little thing together, this little act. Yeah, I told you.
Oh,
they'd
now it's an act?
Yeah, totally
Where they
fall
go
for
home
it.
and we're at each other's throats?
I don't even know who you are. Like, we don't even live together, so.
Carmela. Hello, Carmela.
Hi, Reese. How are you? Hi, Roseanne.
Hi, Carmela.
You totally. Did you hear the difference in her voice? She's like, "Hi, Reese. Hi, Roseanne." She's absolutely. They love you.
Yes, I'm smitten with Roseanne.
Yes, ma'am.
I enjoyed speaking with you at the between rounds.
Thank you. We had a great time.
Just talking to me.
Oh, sorry.
She talked to me at between rounds.
I was wondering if you saw those silly little pictures that I sent you about things from school again.
Yes,
about
I did.
The words you need to know and those were pretty funny.
Diddle?
Diddle, and there was a blocked out part of a child's reader about Thor's hammer that was quite explicit.
Thor's dressed like a woman, and he has to pretend to be a woman.
He jumps up and says, "Do you want to touch my
Do you want to touch my hammer?" And somebody says, "Only if it pleases you." This is a children's book.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. I will show you the picture.
There's a white label pasted over the book. So whoever wrote the book was quite perverse, but it was covered, thank God, before the kids got it at school.
You can still read
Okay, hold on. Which school are they showing this at, Carmela?
Oh, well, I'm not going to say on the air.
Okay, but it is in Connecticut?
I can message Roseanne.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Just message Roseanne. I
Yeah.
want to know exactly which school this is.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, but
and
I
by
did
the way,
call to
is there
wish
a
you
hood?
guys-
Hold on, Carmela. Is there a hood?
Yeah.
Is there a hood near it?
Yes, we are an urban district.
Okay, good. Then this will be perfect. Then I know exactly what to do. Oh, we're going to have so much fun with this. Go ahead, Carmela. I'm
goody.
sorry. I'm sorry, Carmela. What was you
That's
calling about?
okay. I called to wish you guys a happy anniversary. I didn't know if I would get in anyways, but I figured it was worth a try.
Thank you so much.
And per your recommendation, Reese, I did go back and listen to your opening monologue of yesterday, and it really made me laugh because I get out at 3, so
Okay.
I missed the first hour. But I have been having fun on the internet with the question, why is nobody stepping up to empower the people who can't get ID?
Damn right.
And I also came up with an acronym to help Democrats get ID. And I literally have cut and pasted into 1 million Democratic pages and gotten very little pushback on my, why is nobody doing this? Why is nobody doing this?
That's right.
And nobody is arguing with me.
What's the acronym, by the way?
Oh, HDGI, Help Democrats Get ID.
I love it.
But, yeah, so it's just been ridiculous. And I also, this morning, I just wanted to share that I got a like from Pam Bondi because I commented on Benny Johnson's post about how nobody seems to be upset about the things about the children's sacrifice and eating children. And I said, no truer words have ever been spoken.
Yeah.
And one of the things that has blown my mind in the last couple of days was the comment that when Trump said they're eating the cats and dogs, everybody went nuts.
Yeah, that's right. They were sending
babies.
reporters to that Springfield town in Ohio to go find out.
There's no dogs, no cats being eaten. You see, they're eating babies.
But eat babies
It's
is
fine.
okay.
It's
Eating
fine.
babies is okay.
They're white
Like, that
babies,
just
so it's
blew
okay.
my mind. Oh,
Roseanne said they're white babies. So what's the...
mind-boggling.
It is. Hey, you know what?
So-
It's no different. You know, when you find out people are eating the babies, they go, well, they abort them. I mean, it's kind of the way to look at it.
They should save themselves a step and just, sushi is just raw.
Oh, my goodness, Roseanne. That is just gross.
So I just
Yes,
literally
Carmel.
had a conversation with somebody on a post where they said, people were complaining about people wearing the Be Good pins. But then the lady was saying, but look at all these people with the AR-15 pins. They're supporting child murder in schools. And I commented to the guy, I said, wearing an AR pin to support your Second Amendment right doesn't make you a bad person any more than wearing a pin in the midst of devil worshippers and pedophiles makes them good people.
Yeah, exactly.
I had an AR-15 for 10 years when I was in the military. It was a M4 and M16.
School safe?
My gun never went off and shot any children.
Yeah, interesting.
That's weird how that works.
Yeah, you must have had a defective one.
I did. My 9mm too. My 9mm, I had that thing for over a decade. It never killed anybody.
Thank you, Carmela. It's always good talking to you.
Enjoy your day tomorrow.
Thank you.
She will, and
right.
I'm gonna may have to lock up all of the devices just to keep me occupied. Boy, there's a lot of romantic
it's just
comedies.
For one day.
I know it'll be
Just
fine.
For one day.
Charlie Kirk did it.
So
every week.
enjoy, and I hope to talk to you guys soon.
Thank you, Carmela.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Bye.
All right, bye, Roseanne.
Bye.
Did you just hiccup like a drunk person?
You did. I hunger.
Whenever you hiccup like that, I always think, is like, is she drinking? What's that about?
Am I drinking?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because that's, what I've always associated with.
It's a random diaphragmatic spasm caused by an overactive gut biome.
Nerd.
Acid reflux is what I'm saying.
Yes, I know it's something. Donald tells me he wants to ask me if I've ever heard his reggae version of Phil Collins' Another Day in Paradise. Donald, the fact that you would do a cover song of a song
By
about
a white man.
Yeah, about a white man shows that you are not a true black nationalist. And again, still looking for white inclusion. You should be ashamed of yourself. Malcolm X talked about you.
Be nicer a little bit, please. I was just saying no because I know you haven't. You're so nice.
What? That's not mean.
This is why you don't have any friends. This is why I'm your only friend. I'm just as mean, if not meaner than you. That's why we get along.
I am a good, decent person, and I care about all
very
people.
Mean.
My deal is that I care about all people, and the people that I meet and everybody that I'm around, I love them all.
Right.
But
You don't pick and choose based on skin tone.
Yes, in fact.
Right.
And I mean, do I admit my friends are my friends. Do they happen to all be white? If you care about that stuff, yes, they are. But I have a few black friends.
All my children are.
Yeah, there you go. That's right.
All my kids are.
Yeah, and plus I live in Connecticut. It's different.
And in Texas, we didn't have any friends, but that's just because they weren't nice people down there.
Most of the people we had were Hispanic.
Yeah, our neighbors. Our neighbors were awesome.
Like we
yeah,
had
all
at
Mexican.
least 80% of our neighbors were Hispanic, and they
were,
all own homes.
They were all Mexican.
Yeah,
all of them. We were on the South Side. Yeah. And in Virginia,
we had a lot of El Salvadorians in our neighborhood.
We had a very mixed bag in
we
Virginia.
Always have. Yeah.
I don't think we've ever selected based on immutable characteristics.
Nope.
I just talked to one of my homegirls from New Orleans a couple of days ago, and I sent her a picture of the snow and all of that stuff. And she was like, "Where are you at again?" And I said, "Connecticut." And she said, "Are they black people in Connecticut?"
Yep, rolling.
She literally asked if there were black people in Connecticut.
Tell her no, and you're incredibly nervous about it. It's like, black people?
Yeah.
No.
Let her know you have to be home before the
Tell
sun
her
sets.
You have to be what?
Home before the sun sets. You have to hire white folks to go to the grocery store for you.
It's just crazy how people could think that.
Yeah, they think the worst. We got a DoorDash after sundown. As I always say, radio is free, so we thank you for paying attention. Remember to keep JC in your hearts and in your minds. Sean Patrick, we love you and we miss you. Remember that panic is not planning, so plan your work and work your plan. Me, I'm Reese on the radio. She is Roseanne on the radio. Say goodnight, Roseanne.
Good night, Roseanne.
We will see you Monday. That's right, Monday when we get back here. All right, have a good night, a pleasant tomorrow. Sue Aller is getting you home. She is in the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. Good night.
I'm Sue Aller from the BPS Lawyers Traffic Center. 84, that slows down in Hartford, westbound between exits 55 and 45, and no let up on the eastbound side. You're slow between exits 44 and 51. 91, though, looks a little bit better. Southbound, still slow, but it's moving a little bit better between exits 33 and 32. On the northbound side, still clearing an accident right by exit 20, so that will slow you down. The delays on Route 2 westbound as you head towards 84 have eased out, but still slow over the